Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing tonight? Hope everyone is having a wonderful evening or a lovely start to your day. And happy Easter as well. I hope everyone is enjoying their lovely Easter weekends. Also, thank you, your boy Creamy, for the lurk. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a nice Easter as well. But yes, it's time for a nice quiet Easter Sunday evening with some good old Curse of the Dead Gods, because why not? Let's have some fun with it. Get some things, see if I can make any progress on the final challenge, because God knows that final challenge has been kicking my ass recently. And yeah, we'll just chill out, have fun, chat a bit about some things. After all, I did recently go to the Easter show, as you guys saw on Twitter, which was actually quite a fun time, and had a lot of great stories from that. First, though, let's figure out what we're gonna run first. Oh God, Heartseekers early. Oh, tempting, very tempting. Let's see. Okay, projectiles, grey range, pierce through enemies, restores max health, but it has terrible damage in the light. It's honestly half tempting, because I don't like running things in the light much anyway, and that honestly doesn't have the worst like debuff. So that might be an option for later. I should also see if I have any upgrades, because I have like a stupid amount of like rings and stuff. Well, there's only one sword I can buy, so yoink. Oh, that's the one from the Dead Cells. That's the one from the Dead Cells collapse. That's literally the cursed sword from Dead Cells. That's funny. I didn't realize they had that. Oh yeah, and I was going to save up a bunch for the altars, because I could save up for that. No point, really. Now, let's see what blessings I'm running. Physical attacks having 50% chance to turn into fire would be good. Dexterity. Optional boss of champions, dropping 5 pieces of gear. I honestly think this might be better to run. Wait, hold on. Apply. Okay, now let's get... Oh. Yeah, I think this one's actually more useful. Oh, they've even changed up how the equip system, so it's not as tricky, which is not bad. That's a decent quality of life thing to have. But yeah, that should be good. Yeah, extra rarity or high quality weapons, the extra dexterity at the start, and the healing when you defeat a non-optional champion or boss. That is honestly going to save me. I keep forgetting that exists. Like, that perk is fantastic. All right, let's take a look at what the other altars have. So we got the Shiv. The Shiv's not too bad. The Jaguar Bow's okay. Yeah, no, that's probably not what we want to run. The Obsidian Stiletto. Honestly, I think it's just run the Cursed Daggers. Let's go. Why not? Okay, final challenge. Let's do this. But yes, so I'll start from the beginning with the whole Easter show story, because I will admit it is very interesting, some of the things that we got to do. Because first off, this was something we had planned, I think like a week in advance, and it was literally just one call. Oh, we're saying it with Eagle. Okay, that's not bad. But yeah, so we literally decided in a Discord call, yo, what if we just go to the Easter show together? And everyone was pretty keen on it, so I was like, sure, I'll go. I'll do it. Let's have some fun. Why not? Because I had no other plans. I'm like, we can do Easter show. Everyone was keen, and apparently one of my friends, closer friends, who's a horse breeder, was going to come down for it, which was going to be fun, because it was going to be the first time I had ever met them in person, which is always a great time. And and so we planned out everything that we needed to do for the Jesus. So we planned out how we were meeting up. We decided to go early in the morning just because the one thing that the Easter show is really good at is making gigantic queue times in the morning. So we were like, we need to get there like super early. I think all up we tried to go for, I want to say about, yeah, we tried to get there at like 9 a.m. just to play it safe. So I get there about 9 in the morning. I meet up with Michael. Everyone else is making their way over, and then and the whole thing that I remember them mentioning in the call was, oh, Kat's got these passes. We can just use them to get in. And I was like, okay, so they're just standard passes that I guess she gets for free because of the fact that, you know, she does the show dumping and stuff. And we're like, okay, that doesn't seem too bad. And then we find out that they're not just regular passes. They were members passes. And I was like, oh crap. That's not something you fool around with. That's like, you know, a very rare thing to get just as a regular Joe Schmo. So I was immediately blown away. I'm like, she really has this much like influence? And everyone's like, yes indeed she does. I'm like, okay, you don't gotta tell me twice. I ain't looking a gift horse in the mouth. I'll take that. So we head in. We go like put our stuff in the cloakroom. It was funny because I had nothing on me. I literally was just like carrying everything in my pockets. Most I had outside of that was like a hat, because if there's one thing everyone knows to do at the Easter show, it's don't go without a hat. You will actually burn alive. Just straight up, you will burn alive. Because again, it's, unless you're going inside like the booths and everything, it's super hot and there is no shelter. Like there's no awnings or anything to keep you safe. So it's either you. Okay, I really need to remember to turn on my torchlight when I'm just looting. But yeah, so unless you're planning to sit in the booth all day, you are not going outside without at least something to protect you. So I was like, okay. Everyone else though was carrying like stupid amounts of bags. Like one of my mates had like a giant backpack that was empty at the start of the day. Didn't know why. Oh, he did. Well, I found out very quickly why he had an empty backpack, and I was like, oh, here we go. Another one of them, because he had an event later, he brought some very interesting props, which just happened to be a what was essentially 4 garden gnomes in a shopping bag. That they were like these plastic, like solo colored gnomes. Think like like those small plastic soldiers, except these gnomes were like standard size of garden gnomes, and they had like chalkboards on them that you could write on, and a piece of chalk on their base, so that as like, you know, an easy storage thing. Ow. And I was just like, what's with the gnomes? He's like, oh well, you know, they're for the event. I'm gonna use them as like little signages. I'm like, fair enough. Still a bit confusing, but I was like, sure, it could be worse things to do. So we took a look at it all, and I was like, okay, we don't have much. So we put all the stuff in the cloakroom, got ourselves a decent breakfast, headed out. The first thing we immediately do is go to like this these like rural stores in the back, which I've never seen before, because of course it's like an average showgoer. You don't normally go there unless you're, you know, very interested in setting up your own stables and stuff like that. So I was kind of curious, and of course that was the time when Kat and her partner were, you know, picking out stuff, because they had recently moved and they were building a new stable on their land. And so they were like, okay, we need to pick out these certain things and get them all and get everything ready. So they were sorting out like insurance, certain like light fixtures and decorations and stuff for this new stable. And then past that point, they were like, okay, so now that we've gotten all our business taken care of, what do you guys want to do? We were like, we could go on the rides, we could go check out the show jumping. What do you want to do? And at that point, I was like pretty chill because I had no plan to go into the Easter show. I was just like, I'm just gonna go and see what everyone else does, and I'll just roll off the back of that. I'll just roll with the punches, because like I think most people have figured out I am a very simple man. I could literally just sit down on a park bench in the city and just watch people like come and go, and that will easily be enough to entertain me, because I have interest in literally anything. Like, you tell me, hey, there's this particular event going on in the city, I will just stand there and watch it unfurl. I won't even participate in it. It's, yeah, I get it is strange, but that's just how I am. I am someone who is always more of the opinion of, if everyone else is happy, I'm happy. I don't need anything more than that. And so I was like, okay, one of my mates, he was going to go meet up with his family, because his family was also attending, and apparently they're more of the folks who enjoy the rides and will basically be at the show from dawn till dusk, essentially. Like, they were going to leave at, I think it was like basically midnight when the fireworks would go off, because every day of the Easter show there's like fireworks at like the very end, and they're always late at night. And so that was when they were going to leave, and I'm like, wow, you take this super seriously. And he's like, yeah, my family don't mess around. I'm like, yeah, they certainly don't. They certainly don't at all. And frankly, I don't blame them for that. That's, you know, they're having fun. They're enjoying themselves. What more do you need? What more do you need? I'm actually going to spend money on this. I know I've got to save money for the end, but I think I can afford to buy like one good rune for damage, and then I can coax the rest off just drops. Okay, first curse. Here we go. What are we getting? Torch loses fire and lane properties, still reveals traps, and I no longer take extra damage. That's actually a curse I'm happy to take, considering my build. Oh, okay, there are traps in here. I was like half being like, there's no way there aren't traps in here. Thankfully, this isn't a combat room. But yeah, so I went and hung out with him, got to meet his family, which I only knew a few people in it, because I had known him and his older brother initially. Didn't know much about his family, but I ended up meeting his mother and his two younger siblings, who were very nice, especially his mother. His mother was the most chill person I had ever met in my entire life. Like nothing could faze her, and as my friend described, she is the definition of a big kid at heart. Hello, Doc. How are you doing? It's been a while. How are you? Good to see you. And you haven't missed much. We've just been talking about the Easter show shenanigans that I mentioned on Twitter. But so I got to meet up with him. We had, so we got to meet his family. They went on a few rides. I didn't go on any of them myself, just because I don't know why. I used to be very big on rides. Like, whenever I used to go to like Luna Park as a kid, I was always the kind of person who was like, we go on all the rides. Because back then it was like you could just buy a single band. It would get you pretty much like an unlimited like ride pass, and then you could just do whatever you want. And I was like, perfect. I'm gonna just do that all day. I even remember one point in high school, they literally couldn't figure out what to do for the final week of the term, so they just went like, we're just going to take you to Luna Park, and we're just going to claim this as like a physics lesson. I'm like, okay. I mean, sure, you can claim it as that, but we all know why. You just didn't want to take us, like, so you just didn't want to come up with lessons. That's perfectly fine. We're not complaining or anything like that. Doing good, Dunker. Just making lunch at the moment. How's it going? It's going quite well. It's it's been a fun day, although I won't lie, I am in a bit of a food coma, because frick, had a lot to eat today. Big family lunch. But apart from that, I'm doing great. I didn't really do weakened enemies, so that can just go for gold. But yeah, so got to hang out with him for a bit. Got to learn a bit more about their family, because I didn't even know what his family's job, like what their family did for jobs. So I was kind of like curious. I was like, I wonder what they do. Turns out they're all like IT cybersecurity. I'm like, fuck, that's awesome. Because I mean, I don't really talk about my family much, but my family's like very much they're all like doctors and stuff. So for me, it was just like, God, I wish I could have like a family like that, where it's all like, you know, IT and cybersecurity. Because, you know, as the lone engineer in a family that is like 2 generations of doctors, I'm like, I feel very out of place, and everyone comes to me for tech support issues, which isn't something I'm too happy with, but not much I can do. But yeah, so past that, went and had lunch again. Got to learn a bit about the show jumping, because at the time that was what was going on in the main stage. And it was kind of interesting, because I never really, I mean, I knew of show jumping, but I never knew like the scoring system, or how it worked, or like what were the restrictions and stuff. And it was kind of fascinating to learn about, because I mean, yes, I remember all the comedians basically saying, hey, it's just river dance for horses, which at the end of the day I was like, yeah, they're not wrong. It is just basically my horse is better than your horse. But seeing like all the judging and the way that my friends would like analyze the movements of the horse, I'm like, wow, there's like almost a hint of science to it that I just could not recognize for the life of me. Oh. Okay, hold on. Can I see my map? I can't see my map, can I? Actually, wait. If I go to here, I can. Yeah, so I can go to the champion and just completely undo this curse. Let's do it. Give me this upgraded Heartseeker. I think this means I'm fighting the twins, but that shouldn't be an issue. The twins are going to get absolutely rocked with this. Oh wait, no. I know which boss it's going to be. Never mind. This will be, what's it called? This will be the golem. Golem's easy. Regular shadows, concealed enemies revealed by light. Oh, fuck's sake. Why is it the enemies are hidden in light? Hopefully they don't hide the boss in the same way. But yeah, and then of course we come to the fun part, because if there's one thing the Easter show everyone loves to do with the Easter show, it's buy show bags. And I mean, I don't blame them. I used to be a big show bag kid back then. I had my fun with the show bags. And so me and my mate went over there, and he was like, I mean, my mate, I would generally say he is one of the nicest people, because even though he doesn't make a lot of money, because he's like a pastry chef, he is one of the most generous people, and was literally like, you know, oh, you don't have, like, because like I had a casual job, and he's like, you know what, you have a casual job, you don't have a stable income, everyth's on me today. I'm like, are you sure about that? And he's like, yeah. Look, if you were full-time, he literally said to me, if you were working a full-time job, sorry, then it would be different. But you're not, so it's on me. Which is kind of insane, considering, you know, I know what he makes, and it's like, yes, it's a lot. It's not as much as other professions, but it's still a decent amount. So I was very surprised at that. And so him and I went through the showbag arena. And let me be honest, because of that, I didn't like change anything I was planning to do, because, you know, I don't normally buy too much. I buy what I need, and that's all that I ever buy. And so I bought like maybe a single $10 show bag, which is now become my sweets drawer for what is most likely going to be the next month. which was the Warheads show bag, because I have a really, really good, like, sour palate. Let's get rid of this. I need to see enemies. I like really, really love sour candy, so I was like, I'm gonna get this, and this will manage me for the next month in terms of sugar. And that was like $10. My mate, my God, he bought $180 worth of show bags, and 90% of them all sweets. It was scary. And remember how I mentioned that he had a giant empty bag that he brought with him that I questioned? Yeah, he packed them all in there. All $180 worth. The bag was nearly bursting by the end, even with him like compressing it all down in there. But it was genuinely impressive. I did not expect him to be able to pull that off, but you know, he did a good job of it. I was like, damn, you really. I looked at him and then you easily have like 3 months worth of sugar just in all these show bags. Are you sure that you sure you're gonna need all that? And he just looked at me dead in the eyes and without a single hint of irony just said, these will all be gone in 2 weeks. I'm like, that's I looked at him and just went, what? That's not healthy, dude. I'm pretty certain that's how you go into diabetic shock. And he's just like, trust me, I tend to stress eat a lot of candy when I'm stressed. I'm like, how stressed are you planning to be? And he's like, work schedules are changing. I'm like, okay, that would be enough to incite stress. I agree. Carry on. Not that I would have contested him doing it anyway, because, you know, I don't control his life. That's not what you're meant to do. You're not meant to dictate how other people live their lives. You're meant to just, you know, support them, and you know, if they choose to make a good decision or not, it's up to them. But there's only so much you can do. In the end, it's the final decision of their own that's going to matter. And if he wanted to eat that much, there was nothing that was going to stop him from doing that. But yeah, so he got all those show bags, including one that even gave him like basically a tower speaker, which was pretty damn impressive, all things considered. And then he headed off with his family. I met back up with one of my other friends who is, I'd say he's, I'm trying to think of the word. I don't want to say humble, but he's very much someone who is, I don't even want to say frugal. He's a good listener, and some of the things he says, most of the things he says, even though he's not like, you know, the most intellectual person, is very insightful. And him and I are both kind of high appreciators of art, so to speak. Like, him and I always love to chat about art and everything that goes into it, even though, you know, we have very different perspectives on things. Because I always kind of look at everything in terms of techniques, because I'm very analytical, and he very much looks at the bigger picture, which is entirely reasonable. Oh wait, I'm gonna get 2 curses. Maybe that was a bad call. I'm gonna have to go fight some more champions. Gold on the ground disappears. Dodging makes you intangible, but you can no longer trigger perfect dodges. Okay. That's not the worst thing that could happen. Maybe won't be great for the Dark Avatar, but we'll see how it goes. Although, I will say what is appropriate is let us quickly get a prediction up. Let's see. How confident are people thinking I'm going to beat this Dark Avatar? Dark Avatar slain? We'll just go yes and no for this, just to make it simple. Alright, perfect. Everyone get your votes in. Let's see how hard this fight is going to be. I'm pretty confident I should get this, because my blood daggers are like super strong now. So this should be pretty easy, but let's not jinx it. Hey Neon, sorry I haven't been able to talk. It's hard looking after kittens while talking in chat. That's understandable. As someone who has lived with cats most of their life and has raised kittens before, I can completely understand that, Creamy. They are normally very curious to the point where you wonder, maybe this is dangerous. But, you know, they are adorable. Like, that's the one thing most people can't deny, is that kittens are the most adorable things. So I completely understand, Creamy. Completely understand. Alright, let's see if the eagle kicks my ass. Oh, I immediately forgot about that first strike. Nice try. I'm not letting you regen while you're, like, right in front of me. Oh, yeah, that's the other problem. My perfect dodges aren't going to regenerate stamina, so I have to be patient. Careful. That's going to be a problem when he starts generating his, like, tornadoes. Should be fine, though. Just gotta be careful. Ooh, nice try. I am immediately getting rid of this perfect dodge curse. Like, the gold one's not the worst, but frickin' the perfect dodge one's actually probably more the worst because it's just right in the way of what I want to do. Okay, wait for the stamina. Oh god, that's gonna suck. Good thing I have like the heal on non-optional bosses, because I'm gonna need it. Okay, careful, careful. Nice try. Nice little gentle stab. Oh, okay, careful about the storm surge. This is hard to do without the perfect dodge, like stamina regen. Although thankfully he's missed quite a few of his attacks. Okay, ow! No, he didn't miss that one, that's for sure. Careful, careful. Okay, next storm surge. Good, good, good. At least he didn't manage to hit me with the attack while I was dodging. Okay, it's fine. Oh god, those storm surges are getting very close to me. Oh, good dodge, Jesus. Oh, you bastard. Okay, that was kind of BS. Like, you saw that track me, right? Ow. Oh, this is looking really bad. Oh boy, I'm taking some really stupid hits right now. Oh. Careful, careful, careful. Regen stamina. Come on. Let's go. Careful, careful. Oh, storm surge. Nice, I managed to somehow dodge whilst the storm surge was active. That I'm not complaining about. But I might complain about that if he does that to me. Oh, that was close. Okay, I need to kill him before these storm surges trap me. Come on. Yes! Okay, we're good. I'm just paranoid that they don't eat something dangerous. That's the other big thing with kittens. You have to be very careful because they like to nibble on literally anything. So I completely understand that too. Amount of gold in the... I need this removed. Like, I need my my perfect dodge, like, stamina recovery back, or my dodge build doesn't work. Because I don't do parries. I don't do parries in this game. But hey, you get good payout though. You get good payout because I did win. So, oh yeah. Payout for you guys. Incandescent claws. They're nice, but not as good as what other things could give me. Passing through a door inflicts 25% less. Yes, why wouldn't I take that? And then I'll just get rid of the rest of my corruption. Perfect. Now, I'll probably need to take an extra champion if I'm going to get rid of this curse. I also need money is the other thing. I might go this way. That's a vault, right? Yeah, okay, so I'm not going to be able to get both champions, so thinking what's going to be the best move. Probably go gold, then rando, then boss, then go for, then just go, yeah, it's pretty much just going to be go straight up, because I don't want to deal with 3 curses going on a vault, because it's a good payout, but I have to literally not get hit. And that's not going to happen. I know for a fact that's not going to happen. But it gives me the option to if I need to. But yes. So, yeah, so me and my other friend, we met up. We went to... Oh, okay, this is Jaguar. That should be fine. Yeah, so we met up. We went to the fashion and design tent because... to give a reference, the Easter show has a lot of, like, different booths and stuff. Or, like, I guess almost like halls, essentially, like exhibition halls. There's ones for what is going on? Hold on. Did I not? Okay, no, that is from the old one. Okay. But yeah, because so it's got like food halls, it's got like fashion and design and style halls, the showbag halls, and there's one other which I think it's something else to do with agriculture. I can't remember off the top of my head. But most of the stalls are usually dedicated to agriculture because the Easter show is a big thing for a lot of like farmers and everything like that. So that's like their primary clientele. But yeah, so we went over to the fashion and style thing because that's the one I always love going to because I mean I'm not saying I'm fashionable because let's be honest, that is a complete fabrication. I am definitely not fabulous in that sense. Or like stylish, so to speak. I am someone who is very oh god. Oh boy, I nearly died from that. But I am someone who's always interested in fashion because, I mean, as someone who is a cosplayer and at least knows how to sew clothing, I'm always interested in it. So we got to take a look at all the stalls and see what they had. Some of them had scented candles, which I'm not really big into scented candles, but then again, I haven't lived in my own like, you know, independent place yet, so that might change. It's entirely possible that might change, but until then, I don't know. I mean, I have always liked them, and I normally do get them as like Christmas presents for family because those are the kinds of people who always do love them. Oh god, this is actually going to kill me unless I do something about Big Boy. Oh, never mind, he's going to somehow, I guess, kill himself. Haha. But outside of that, it was interesting to see some of the candles they had because one of the things that they did with the candles that I thought was really clever was almost this like recycling stratagem where they actually used like old beer and wine bottles as almost like these base pieces to hold the candles in. Because, of course, otherwise they're just going to go to landfill. They're not going to really do much. So they literally use them to hold the candle wax in and keep the candle safe, which is very nice. And especially because like they cut the top part off, and so they leave you that bottom part to act as the base, and it makes it very clear that it's like a beer bottle or a wine bottle because you just look at the bottom and it's like, yeah, we've all seen that. And yeah, so my mate bought a few of those scented candles. They had some interesting ones. Like there was one that smelled like hot cross buns, and I was like, oh, that smells so lovely. Like I love stuff like that where it's got like where it has like a strong scent of something. The Gaines is nice, but I kind of think the damage and the light that offsets my daggers would probably be better. If you're living alone, scented candles are a lifesaver. I will definitely keep that in mind, Creamy. Because I know my grandmother loves scented candles. That's why I always got her one. I remember one Christmas, I got her a candle that smelled like lavender because she always loved to use lavender perfume. So I was like, here's a candle that reminds me of you. And she really, really loved it because she used to grow like lavender in her front yard. Okay, so the Gaines is nice, but I think I need that damage and light. So I'm going to take this so I can get some extra gold. Because we need the gold, baby. Oh, and now you give that... God damn it, game. Why? Why do you do this? The critical damage is nice. Is it better than the sensor? I'm not doing a lot of gold offerings, so you know what? No, we don't need that. We don't need that in our build. Alright, only way forward is up, and yeah. But yeah, and there's a lot of interesting stalls there. Like not all of it's fashion, even though there was a lot of jewelry, a lot of clothing, there was a place that had these like merino. There was like these merino wool like scarves and ponchos that looked quite nice. They had like very bright patterns that almost reminded me of like, if anyone knows like Distill artwork, where it's like all like the rectangles like weirdly overlapping. That used to also be a style of architecture. It's kind of like that, but it also has these what's the word for it? But it uses like a color palette that's a lot more bright and vibrant. So it almost kind of looks like a Picasso painting, or have like the color palette of a sunset, but it's like these, but again, it's like these like weird geometric patterns, and it looked really lovely. They looked really lovely, and they were very soft to the touch. Like we had a little feel of them, and apparently they're very breathable. Like it feels like you're wearing like nothing, which is pretty awesome, because it means you can pretty much wear them in any season, which is always nice. Like don't get me wrong, I do like seasonal clothing, but sometimes I'm like looking in my closet and I'll look at a shirt that I've wanted to wear, and I'm like, if this was in the actual season I would wear it, then sure, I would, because I do love like a lot of my stuff because it's got all these cool patterns on it or something like that. And then it's like, well, it's long sleeve and it's 37 degrees outside, so no, not wearing that. That is how I die. Oh boy, okay. Well, good thing I avoided those. But yeah, and the other thing that tent also has, apart from like all these like fashion booths and stuff, is that they also have an incredible like series of exhibitions with different materials. So they have like a glass exhibition, a cake decorating exhibition, I saw one that was like a metalwork exhibition. All these different kinds of art exhibitions, and they're all like competitions. So you have like your first prize, your highly commended, everything like that, the runners up, and they judge all this before the show, and then of course they display them at the Easter show. And so one of the ones they put like the ribbons like next to them, so you can see which ones won, which ones were runners up, everything like that. Oh, greed killed time limit. Tempting, but is it better than getting the gold? I'm going to say no. But yeah, no, some of them are really good. Like, especially the cake decorating. It's insane the level of detail you can put in a damn cake, of all things. Oh god, that's gold. Like, the amount of decoration you can put in a cake is fantastic. Like, one of the ones that didn't win, but I was like, how did it not? Was literally this cake that was of an American bald eagle catching a fish out of the water. And it was clearly like layered in such a fashion that you could basically see every individual feather had been layered on one at a time, and the detail of the hair feathers, although the feather hairs, I don't know what the actual like scientific term for them is, but that individual like coloration was insane. Like, I looked at it and just went, wow, that is beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna actually offer gold for this. We need more treasure find for later. We have enough damage. Okay, now here's the question. Oh, it's better go for champion or vault. Shit, it's a hard choice, because vault has the potential for a lot of money, whereas champion is we get rid of our curse. Granted, also we have like a bunch of gold rooms coming up. I'm just gonna take the safe route. I'm gonna go for the champion, which I think for this one, because it's Jaguar, so it'll be, oh yeah, this will be the Houndmaster. This should be fine. Except this is gonna be in the light, so I'm gonna be a little bit weaker. All right, chat. Let's do more predictions. Is this the one that will kill me? Let's find out. Oh wait, no, hold on. I actually realized, no, we're saving these for dark avatars. Never mind. Hold on. Delete return points. Yeah, no, I forgot we saved these for the dark avatars. My bad. I mean, I jumped the gun a bit. This should be an easy one. But yeah. Whenever I go to the Royal Adelaide show, the cake exhibition is my favorite because of the detail. Yeah, no, the cakes are fantastic. Especially because, like, don't they also have a, like, they have, like, an under-20s league as well, which is very nice because it, you know, it encourages the younger generation to get into cake decoration. Granted, I could never do that because I'm a terrible chef, but I can respect those who are willing to give the hobby a try because, let's be honest, I could never do what they can do. And although I have joked to my aunt, because my aunt is an amazing chef, I have said to her on many occasions that she should try and enter a cake to those competitions. Because, I mean, I don't know if I've talked much about my aunt, but she is like an insane chef. Like she used to make all the cakes for like mine and my brother's like birthday parties, and she would always go to insane lengths. Like I think I don't know if I've told this story, but for my 3rd birthday, she literally made a Finding Nemo cake because I think that was like the year Finding Nemo came out. Hold on. Another great part of age leagues is that there won't be reigning champions forever. That's also true. Because, yeah, when you set that age gate, you avoid that situation from occurring. Which is a very good point. Thank you for pointing that out, Creamy. But yeah, so she made this Finding Nemo cake for me when I was like 3. And of course I invited like all my friends and stuff. And the one thing that they made a very big mistake on was they chose to cut the cake in front of us. So everyone just watched as my mother picked up this giant kitchen knife and sunk it straight through the middle of Nemo's head, and all the kids screamed bloody murder. Granted, and keep in mind, we're like in this park right next to a kid's playground, so all those kids could hear us screaming our heads off, and some of the kids would be like, "You killed Nemo! You killed Nemo!" Oh, that was a lot of therapy for those kids. That was a fun time. Absolute chaos, but an amazing story. But yes, back to the cake decoration. I'm trying to remember what one. I think it was this. Oh no, I now remember which one was like the first prize for like the all ages cake competition, which was this cake that was of a Japanese woman in like a purple flowing dress with like cherry blossoms above her, and the amount of detail you could just see on the fabric flapping in the wind was like absolutely insane. And even just down to like the individual cherry blossoms, you could see how much immaculate detail was on them. Like those two plus this other one that was just a giant red dragon, all very impressive. I was completely blown away by just how much skill goes into that. And then of course the art exhibition is also another like big one that I always enjoy a lot, because I'm not a good visual artist, but because of my knowledge of visual arts, I know how to appreciate it to a very considerable level. Like I'm not someone I'm good enough to do like the pixel art that I've done for like all my overlays and stuff, but I'm not good enough to compete with like actual like you know, trained artists. I'm like an absolute scrub in comparison to them. Oh Jesus, okay. Sorry, I'm just like figuring out my plan of attack because you actually got me. I'm a little mad. Okay, fine. There we go. But I do know how to appreciate it, and that I think in the end of the day is what will matter the most. And so we went through, and keeping in mind the art exhibitions are enormous. Like there was easily I think like 8 aisles each and they spanned at least like 15, 20 meters in length. Or sorry, no, not even that. No, like 50 meters. Like 50 meters. Imagine putting a pixel art NFT in the art contest, lol. Dude, there is no way it would make it in. Because I'm pretty sure they vet it before they put it in the exhibition. So I don't think it would make it in. It'd be funny if they did, though. It'd be like the biggest middle finger. I like that. Like I could see that happening, but somehow I don't think they see NFTs in the same way that like the crypto bros do. And probably that's for good reason, because I think the art community would actually lose their damn minds if it happened, which is completely understandable. I'd be mad too. Even as someone who isn't an artist, I'd be mad because, you know, like most of the paintings in there were all like watercolor or acrylic. And it should stay that way. Agreed. I agree with that, Creamy. It should stay that way. But yeah, no, some of them were just some of them completely blew me away. There was one that was done on a very like unconventional canvas. It was basically these like, it was like the banana leaf like wicker basket, like I don't want to call it like a pattern, but it's like it was basically that wicker basket weave, and they painted directly on it, and it was like the scene of these kids on holiday, and it kind of reminded me a lot of like either like Papua New Guinean or like Fijian style vibes. It's a very lovely painting. There was another one that was also like they have like a tapestry section as well each year, and one of the tapestries was literally of Elvis Presley. It was like tiny. It was probably about maybe, I want to say like 12 inches by 12 inches, but it was very detailed, and like they did a very good job of capturing like that Polaroid like style like color gradient or color palette. Can I like target that barrel, please? Nope. It's not going to let me do it unless I target it with fire, which is fine. I can still deal with that. Hold on, let me get these gamers first. But yeah, no, it was really beautifully done, and it was like one of Elvis's like more somber expressions. It wasn't like, you know, him smiling or him like singing on stage. It was just an average headshot. That's all it was. Simple as that, and it looked beautiful. Like I was quite impressed by it. I'm just gonna heal with that. Okay, let me just think what's gonna be. Okay, so I need to go this way. But yes, and then after that, that was when me and my mate decided, we need to like go, because, you know, it's getting kind of late. By that point, we had been there for basically 8 hours, so it was getting close to 5 o'clock. And he had like an event in St. Peter's. I was just planning to head back home and chill because I was super tired by that point. Like, it was amazing how well I held up considering how terrible my social battery can be at times. Even though I think it's gotten a lot better over time, it's still like, you know, work in progress sort of thing. But yeah, him and I like headed into the city, and originally we are just going to kind of part ways off the train, and then he threw the idea of like, well, we're already here and we're clearly vibing because we had a great conversation on the train. We were like, why don't we just go get dinner together? I was like, sure. So we went to this lovely ramen place called, I think it's Ichiban Boshi, that's literally like opposite Kinokuniya in the city. Never had been there before. Really nice place. Like super good, like really good food. The ramen was so good, but damn, it felt like a brick it felt like a brick afterwards. Like I walked out and I felt like I had gotten 10 times heavier. But that's how you know you've had like a good ramen, when you can literally walk out and feel like the quality was so good that you could never eat another meal again. But yeah, we had a good meal, and then following following that, we went to a bar that that said friend had introduced me to a while ago, because him and I used to mainly frequent a, I think I might have talked about this. We used to frequent a bar called Spawn Point, which was, you know, a fairly famous video game bar in the city. Unfortunately, they didn't go bankrupt. They just like closed up to move to a larger venue, but they have not announced where the heck the new venue is. Like, we know nothing about where they've gone. And apparently, according to some sources, they've said that the new venue is going to be in Parramatta, which is going to kind of suck, because the original one was in a very good location, like middle of the city, and traditionally used to be the like go-to place for post-convention after parties, because, you know, you'd have the conventions in the city, and then you'd literally just walk to Spawn Point, and, you know, you got to chill there. They had all the booths with all the games. You had all their like special cocktails that were all video game related. It was all really cool stuff. They never did it again, which is kind of sad, but not much you can really do. I might actually take this, because I'm not going to use this Colt. The Colt's like useless. I don't need a pistol that I'm never going to use, but this whip actually seems good if things turn desperate. What else? And so yeah, so we went to a place on Clarence Street called Baxter's Inn, which is a really lovely whiskey bar that he introduced me to after we had after Spawn Point had closed up, and I thought it was really, really nice. Let me quickly check the map for a second. I've got 2 more spots before the boss, so if I take I'd have 3 curses again, and I'd have to do another. I'd have to basically do both champions, which is that even it is possible. It is possible to do both. Or the greed. You know what, though? I kind of really want to go for the greed play on this. We're doing it. We'll see if that bites me in the back later. But the extra damage is going to be worth it. Okay, let's see if the greed pays off. But yeah, we went in. Because my mate covered lunch, the food was on me this time. Enemies killed while burning, explode. Well, I don't have fire, so that means nothing. Maximum stamina is reduced by 1. That's fine, because I still have 5, right? Yeah, I do. Okay, then that's no big deal. But yeah, so we went to Baxter's Inn, and I was covering drinks. And I was like, oh god, this could get expensive. And apparently my mate Cam my mate like frequents the place quite often. So he was like, oh, you know, you'll get to meet my regular bartender. I was like, oh, are they nice? And he's like, yeah, she's a lovely person. I'm like, okay, fair enough, because he goes into the city monthly, so every time he's feeling like a drink, he'll just go to Baxter's Inn, which is fair enough. They do good stuff, and it's more expensive, but it's better quality alcohol than any other place, basically. Oh, I'm taking that. That is actually way better, especially because the automatic parry trigger. Yep, we're taking that. Give me a good shield. Oh, I forgot you can just hit tab to check a map. But he was like, oh, surprise me tonight. And she was like, okay, I'll see what I can come up with. She brought out this drink that was it was like a grapefruit based cocktail with bourbon and sugar syrup. And it was, and I had one too, because I was just like, oh, I'll give it a shot, see what it's like. It was really nice. Like, normally grapefruit's normally very like tart. To those who have had it, you know it's like a very sour flavor. But honestly, the syrup like completely counterbalanced that sourness and gave it this like taste where the initial flavor is sweet, and then the sour aftertaste kicks in, but it's not to a point where it's unbearable. It's not like gin, where the bitterness just hits you like a truck. More gold. So I was quite happy about that. Oh god. That's all the... Sorry, I'm just focusing because I need the gold. And I'm trying to dodge attacks at the same time. Come on. Just kill them all. Get me out of here. That was close. But yes, so... But yes, it was quite a nice cocktail. We got to chill out, have some fun conversations, and of course we parted ways. So all in all, I was out for basically 12 hours, and honestly, I don't regret any of it. I felt it was a very good time. I got to hang out with my friends and enjoy their company, especially because like most of us hadn't seen each other in a good while. The last time I saw them, we went was for my mate's birthday, and the night basically consisted of going to Baxter's and then going on an almost like an arcade equivalent of a pub crawl, which was an interesting concept because I was like, that's got to be super expensive, isn't it? It's like, well, yes, but it's fine. Just put it all on my card, because I'll at least still get the points out of it, and then if there's anything you want, just let me know. This was of course my other mate, the one who stayed at the show. And like, most people will be thinking like, why is he like super generous? Like, does he get anything out of it? The answer is not really. Like, it's not like, for him, it's not anything to do with like monetarily anything special. The reason that he's willing to like, you know, spend so much money on his friends and stuff like that, and is always willing to like, you know, help them out, is because of a mantra that he holds that I think is honestly the best piece of wisdom I could have ever imagined, which is simply this one phrase: money can be earned through work, but you can never... Yeah, money can easily be made up for through work, but you can never make up for time. And I thought that was the best sentiment to hold, just as a general life lesson. And I was like, when I have that money, when I've got a good income, I'm going to do exactly the same thing, because I respect that. I respect that that is his mantra in life, and that he does that for all his friends. Like, I think that is genuinely one of the nicest things anyone could ever do. And even when I explained it to my folks, they were completely taken aback. They're like, that is the most amazing motto to ever live. It's like, yeah, I agree. That's pretty smart. Yeah, it is very smart, because it basically is the perfect way to, I don't want to say like guarantee friends, so to speak, but it guarantees that, I'm trying to think of the word. It basically brings people closer to you, because they know they know that you're not doing this for like, you know, any malicious intent. You are purely doing this because you think that, because they think you are worth their time to have around, and that, you know, I can't hang out with friends often, but I'll keep that in mind whenever we can get together. Fair enough, Creamy. I mean, heck, I haven't seen a lot of my friends in a long time, and to be honest, I haven't spoken with many of them in a long time. Hold on while I prep this prediction. Yeah, like, I haven't spoken with many of them in a long time, which is kind of sad, because I love my friends, and I've met so many over the years, especially during my cosplay phase. I absolutely adored all the friends that I made through it. But the problem was, I only ever really talked with them at conventions. So when lockdown happened, I basically went radio silent. I didn't talk to a single one of them, just because I'm not someone who's big on social media, just at all. Like, I mean, you guys know what I'm like on freaking Twitter. I don't really say much on Twitter. Half the time it's just me either like retweeting art that I like, or occasionally like inquiring things from you guys, because I'm genuinely just a curious person. But outside of that, it's like, you know, outside of that, I'm not great at social media. I'm more someone who just kind of would prefer to speak to people in person or on a call, because, or of course in chat like you guys are doing, because again, I like being able to have, like, you know, just a direct conversation rather than just basically throwing posts out into the ether and being like, is anyone going to respond? Because it, you know, it's to use an example that one of my favorite comedians, Randy, uses, is that he basically describes social media as being like, you take a picture of something or you make a status and then you stand by for validation. And honestly, he's not wrong. Like granted, he puts it in a much less eloquent way, because he's like, you know, you can't just take a picture of your head and then stand by for validation. And I won't say the rest of that quote because it gets a bit vulgar past that point, but it is a very good sentiment about how social media is like, because again, like I can understand how people can be very active on social media, but I myself can never like replicate that because it's just too tricky. It feels like you have to spend so much time on it, and if you work a regular job, then, you know, you can't be as active as you want to. You may want to like speak to more people and hang out with more friends, but that's just not going to work out. Like, you know, there's a reason why we have like limited, like, you know, social circles, because at the end of the day, you can't know 10,000 people. At best, you may be able to know like 100, but outside of that, not a dang chance. Not at all. Oh god, damn it. Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna heal this all later. Just need to kill him. Because yeah, like even because like I know, and this might be something that might just be purely me, but I know some people don't always like stick around with their high school cohort like often. I stick around with mine to a decent extent, but like nowadays I don't really speak with them too much outside of like high school reunions, because again, it's like, at the time, sure, some of them were good, but did I keep track of all of them? Absolutely not. Because I had a cohort that was like, you know, 250 people. How do you keep track of 250 people? That's like downright impossible. Oh, Jesus. I am playing like slightly bad. This is not going to be good. I need healing like super badly. Okay, hold on. We'll just play patiently. Okay. Okay, come on. Come on! There we go. We're good. But nowadays it's like, even then it feels like it's tough because, like, outside of most things, actually this one's not too bad. We'll get rid of Dark Mark. Because, I mean, also just for me, outside of most, well, just because there's so many social medias nowadays that it's hard to keep track of all of them. I only speak with one or two high school friends, and even then it's not the most back and forth conversations. Yeah, no, same. Like, there's a few of them I keep up with, mainly those who I always got along with. Like one of my friends who was an amazing cellist back in the day. Him and I would always used to you know, hang out and chat about like music and stuff, because we were both doing like high level music, and we would kind of discuss like I would inquire from him advice about performance, and he would inquire with me about composition, because those were each of our strengths. And he was very skilled. He was an amazing like actor type person, and he had a lot of talent, and he was keen to actually go to NIDA, which is one of the big performing arts schools. Oh, I want this. I really want this. What do I get rid of? Ooh. I mean, if I get rid of this drops to 10. But this is basically just doubles the entire thing. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, that works. Actually, it's going to be better to drop something else. The less corruption's been useful. Do I maybe just swap out the Onyx Shard, or do I finally throw away this gold charm? I'm... It's a hard choice. No, I'm just gonna drop that charm. I don't think I need it. Okay, what I do need is a tad bit of healing, and that's a challenge, so I am going to take that. But yeah, no, there's only a few high school friends I keep up with. One of them is my acting friend, who I recently found out that they actually did get into NIDA. They're now doing play directing and playwriting, or sorry, script writing, which I thought was really awesome because I do remember that they were quite a talented English student, and were always they were always a very highly creative soul. So I was always amazed by what they were able to achieve. What's the bloodlust? All regular healing effects are disabled except those coming from blood. Defeating enemies now releases blood instead of gold. Oh yeah, I remember this. Okay. It's not great, but it will do. Although, maybe it's not the worst thing, because I still have plenty of things that amplify gold, so I'm not like in the worst position for that. But yeah, I'm trying to think who else I keep up with. I guess there are the twins. I think I've mentioned them. They're friends of mine who used to collect a lot of like rare animals. Not as like a crazy exotic pet collector, but more as like that was their passion. Jesus Christ, there was a lot of things out here. Oh, for God's sake. Come on, really? Die. Die, die, die. Die, die. Sorry, my focus has been on trying to make sure things die, because I need these guys to die quick. Sorry, 1 second, gotta focus. But yeah, I've mentioned that they do collect exotic pets. Not all of them are like super exotic, because it was mainly things like snakes and guinea pigs and all that jazz. But I mean, they had some weird ones. They had an axolotl, for God's sake. I don't know many people who keep an axolotl as a pet. But they loved it, and who was I to stop them? They even had they had like guinea pigs. They had a dog. They had nearly everything. Granted, it was also like a family of like 7, so it was a pretty big family, and they could easily take care of all of them across all 7 of them. So it wasn't like a super big challenge, but definitely wasn't like they definitely didn't have issues with trying to keep people around to like help take care of pets if things turned bad. But yeah, those are like probably the only 2 or 3 people I keep up with, just because again, what else is there really to... Most of the others weren't exactly people I liked initially, because they were either people who used to bully me back then, or just genuinely weren't that like interesting, or even if they were, I was just like, I was not big fans of them. Oh god, this is not good. This is going really poorly. Okay, I just need these grubs to chain react. Let's go. Come on, yes. Oh damn it, I did not want them to chain react on me. This is going bad. There we go. Oh god. Oh. Sorry, I'm having to focus a little bit because I'm making stupid mistakes. Oh, come on. Die already. Thank you. Oh, careful. Okay, sorry, I'm just having to focus for a bit. But yeah. Although granted, there are plenty of people that I would still see, like, in terms of my high school crowd that I meet up with at reunions, and I always love seeing them. But yeah, I don't keep track of many of them. But everyone has their own experiences. Like, this is something that was also very interesting because I was because this is something that became like a comparative thing in my mind recently, which was I was speaking to my brother about this because, like, for me, I was always very I was always very close with my school. I enjoyed it, and even at the end, I was very sad to leave. Whereas, like, with my brother, he had no like similar connection. Like, sure, he liked the people in his cohort, but he didn't have that same, like, you know, deep like patriotism to the school that I did at the time. Granted, also, this was because he did his HSC in the pandemic. And recently I've noticed a similar thing with my university graduation, because I think I've mentioned that it's pretty soon that I'm going to be graduating, which I'm super excited for, because Lord knows it's been like 6 years at this point, and I am more keen to you know, get into the workforce after so long. But one of the things that caught my eye was like, firstly, I haven't seen any of my uni mates since I've been basically, you know, doing everything online, which shouldn't have been surprising, but yet it still felt like it. Oh, well, that's bad. Actually, is it? No, I can switch it up in stats later. It's not like the worst thing, but that's something I can fix later. Where was I going with this? But yeah, it's just I didn't feel that same patriotism when it came to the university, and I was like, maybe it's just because of the pandemic, and just like when you do it online, you feel so distant, like disconnected from everything. Like you can't really run like, you know, university societies, which I have mentioned I used to do a lot of them. Like I did like game development, law review, and everything. But for my brother, it's like, you know, it's completely different ballpark. He's had to start. He has basically had to start with online, and for him, it's not been the worst. Granted, I know he said it's been hard simply because for him, he's had to essentially do. Sorry, I'm just focusing for a sec. He's had to do all his stuff online, and he actually chose to do it asynchronously, which I said to him was not a great idea, because I don't know why I feel like asynchronous classes are super hard, because you have to come up with the time to invest into your own classes. It's not like a routine schedule, and so it sets this challenge of, if you don't like find the time and put in the effort needed, you end up falling behind, because of course the lecture material and the tutorial stuff, it's all asynchronous, but the deadlines aren't, and the deadlines are scheduled around the actual, like, you know, synchronous lectures and tutorials, and so because of that, he has been kind of struggling a bit to keep track of them all, and so I like, and I mean, it's definitely a different struggle to what I had, because I mean, he had a better setup than I did, because ironically, I don't like the feeling of freedom when it comes to classes. Yeah, same. Like that's the thing. I always feel like, yes, I understand that classes should like normally give you freedom of thought, but it doesn't always mean that they work in a freedom style like environment like that. It's easier to follow a schedule than make your own. Exactly. And that was what I argued to him, but of course, when you've been in an online environment for basically like the last 2 years of high school, and that's been just your way of you know, studying and everything like that, you don't tend to agree with that notion. And it's only just now realized to him, like nearly near the end of the term, that it's just not viable. Like when you don't have a schedule, you tend to just procrastinate. You tend to leave things behind, and so you just end up falling further and further behind. Like, I mean, for me, I know that even though my stuff's all scheduled, whenever it gets close to the term, I tend to want to procrastinate, but I know I can't. And thankfully, because of how my brain works, I don't end up procrastinating. But there's certainly plenty of times where I look at things, I'm just like, oh, do I have to do these? I'm like, yes, I do. I do have to do these. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting debate, and one that I think a lot of universities around the world are still trying to figure out as to like whether whether it's good to remain online and offer like asynchronous stuff, or whether it's better to go back to online or even like a hybrid setup. Because I know at the moment my university is actually testing a hybrid setup where you can either do it fully online, you can do it fully in person, or you can do both. Currently, I guess, doing hybrid because I go to the lectures in person, but I do the tutorials online. And I've honestly enjoyed that setup because, especially for a topic like that, where it's heavy on the discussion side, it works better to be able to talk to people face to face rather than, you know, just through like a Zoom window, because, you know, people tend to get shy and not speak up, and then you get no good conversation out of it, which kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Oh god, I did not notice that there were freaking poison dart like things going on. Oh god. Jeez, careful. Ow. Where are the darts? Thank you. Careful. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Gotta play it safe. God, I am like playing this way too risky for what I should be doing. I'm really hoping there's good like treasures in here, or I'm gonna be in a bad spot. Hey. But yeah, no, I mean, again, it always comes down to whatever course you think is going to be necessary at the end of the day, because you know, like I said, hybrid system doesn't always work for everyone. I think it's about time I throw this one out. So, yoink. Now I am playing stupid high health run. Let's go. Attributes. I need to get dexterity. That's the one I need, so I get the big plus 12 in it. But yes, it's certainly been interesting, and it's going to be a curious venture for those in the education system to see how things are going to change because of COVID. Because let's be honest, COVID's going to have a permanent, lasting effect, and everyone's going to be half expecting at this point that, you know, there may be another one. Not saying that there's guarantee, but it's, you know, who's to say we won't have another like situation where we end up with a disease that could potentially put us in another lockdown like that. It's not impossible. It's quite unlikely, but still not impossible. And that's the thing that's going to keep everyone on their toes, at least for a little while. Granted, I know people are already sick of it, so who knows? There may be a situation where just a pandemic is just going to take advantage of that factor. Because I wouldn't be surprised if everyone's like, oh great, new disease, no one's going to put on masks. But who knows? It's hard to know until another one comes through, I guess. But yeah, the joys of that. In other news, I guess, you might have seen this on Twitter because of course you guys can see my replies, but I decided to take part in what I guess was a more interesting discussion than I thought would be deemed necessary for it. But there was a discussion about, what was it? Yeah, it was about Melanie Martinez, who, I mean, a lot of people know who she is. She's a talented singer. I think she was, from memory, she was on The Voice. Well, that's like where she was discovered, was through The Voice, which I mean, I feel kind of, I'm a bit split about whether I like The Voice or I don't, because, like, sure, it does a good job. Although it won't be the biggest thing that will change in society, after the pandemic is gone, I'm sure that people will stay in their masks for a feeling of safety, but it seems dystopian of sorts. I do agree with that sentiment, Creamy. I do think a lot of people are going to stay in masks. Like, I mean, my mother has predicted that we will most likely still be in masks until at least the end of this year, and potentially even into like March of 2023. But again, it's going to be dependent on what legislature is like, because, you know, if legislature loosens and people are going to have the option to not wear a mask, I think most people are going to take it. Also, I'm playing reckless again, so I need to be careful. Oh, shoot. Why? Oh, that was really bad. I did not want the corruption beam on me. This is super bad. Get away from me. Okay, we're fine. We're fine, fine, fine. Not with that dude there. Okay, now I just need to be super careful. Oh, God. Oh, damn it. I thought I got the hit in. Never mind. Oh, God. Okay, I see what I'm doing wrong. Oops. Careful. 1, 2, and 3. Come on. Die. Thank you. Oh, okay. I really need, like, items that are going to give me health if I sacrifice them to the gods. Or else I'm really in deep shit. Because there's no healing past this point. Either that or I need to somehow do a no-hit run on the next Dark Avatar. But yeah. But yeah, so back to the Melanie Martinez thing. So the main point of the post was talking about how you know, do people approve of her? Do they don't? Because I mean, in all honesty, she is kind of considered like a controversial figure in terms of her music. I've always been kind of on the fence because I do like her stuff a lot. I think she's a very talented singer-songwriter, and I do like, you know, respect a lot of the songs that she has written, like especially ones that have talked about, like, you know, things like bullying in high school and like the male to female like student dynamic. But I won't lie, there are definitely a few songs where I listen to them and I'm just like, I don't know if I feel comfortable hearing about this sort of thing. Like, yes, it's very like, you know, confrontational. I get that. But the problem is I can't really enjoy the song as much as I want to. Oh God, this is bad. This is super bad. I do not want to get corrupted in this fashion. Stop healing him. Did I say you could heal? Oh, you fuck up. Come on, hold on. I'm gonna try and focus on getting him dead. God damn it, not again. Oh, this might be a dead run. I am like playing way too reckless for this. Come on. Nice try. Hey. And the main reason that I felt like uncomfortable about was because, you know, I've met some people who have gone through like those experiences, and so, or like, you know, have basically been victims of those experiences, and so because of that, I feel a bit uncomfortable talking, like, you know, listening to people, like, you know, treated in this fashion, like in a, like, you know, a song style fashion, because it feels like it's, I don't want to say it's like promoting it, but it, you know, it covers things that are very disturbing. Some of the imagery is kind of disturbing, at least to me, and so because of that, everything felt very off, and so that's why I say I'm on the fence about it. And apparently that gained a lot of traction, me being on the fence for some weird reason. I didn't think it was that strange, but apparently everyone's like, you know, no one's been on the fence about this. I'm like, how have no one been on the fence? Like, you know, she's a notorious figure, yes, but does that mean that she's, you know, potentially reviled by like everyone, or like no one's been on the fence? I'm sure many people are on the fence. Like, it's not like a, you know, just a purely black and white argument, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe there are people, maybe everyone sees it as a black and white argument and I'm just wrong. Oh God, careful. 2, 3, back up. But yeah, no, like I do respect those who do talk about things like taboo topics in the industry, because I mean, if you see in the replies, one of the songs I mentioned that is a perfect example of that is the song "Now You Know" by Icon for Hire, which which directly addresses the gender bias in the music industry. Like literally, the lyrics of this chorus say, "Seems like everywhere I go, everybody want to know what's it like to be a girl in the music world." And it's like, wow, that is the fact that you're even willing to talk about this when this could potentially be make or break. Although it's not really make or break for them, considering they are literally like an independent artist. They're like not with a label. Also, yes, I know that was dumb of me. It was a good run while it lasted, but yeah, once I took too many hits, it was over. But we're definitely keeping those like perks. Those perks have helped a lot. But yeah, because they're an independent artist, they're not afraid to you know, put out songs potentially about the industry. And Now You Know was a perfect example of it. Being like, you know, very strict about, hey, this is what it's like. The gender bias is still there, but we can fight against it. And they did a very good job of making it, you know, eye-catching, but also not like, you know, super disturbing. It was still in their style. They treated it in a way where everyone could still enjoy the song for what it is, and everyone wanted to stand up for it. And so it was less of like, you know, just a throw the image out in your face. It was more like the song's basically the lead singer just speaking her mind. Whereas like Melanie's stuff, it's not like her speaking directly to the audience about like things that's happened in her life. She's literally portraying a character that may or may not be her. Like it's entirely possible that it is meant to be her, but it doesn't seem that way from how she treats it. One sec. Let's see what we've got. Sidewinder could be good. Plus the extra damage in darkness. Bone Shard Whip. That could be good too. Silver Stars. Oh, very tempting because... what's it called? Very tempting because they do trigger on perfect dodges, which I do like. Fire Claws, the Duelist Shiv, Barb Javelin. I might actually go for the Silver Stars. Even though this one is very tempting because finishes costing no stamina means we can play a little bit riskier. Actually, no, let's switch it up. Let's do Sidewinder. Hey. But again, because like the fact that it's not just a direct address from the main singer, and it's not a what's it called? It's not a brain will kick in. Yeah, because it's not a direct address from the singer, and instead it's like a character or something like that. That's meant to be like, you know, you're meant to get in the mind of that character and see everything as it is. It can be stomach churning. Like, I'm sure most people will agree with me that it is, that, you know, it can be very disturbing to, like, you know, have a first person perspective of what those scenes can be like. Like, not everyone has, like, you know, the strong will for that. But that doesn't mean that they don't respect the message of the song. Like, that's the one thing I think some people sometimes bypass, is that they're like, oh, if you don't like the song, that means you don't agree with the message. Oh, for fuck's sake, hold on. Let me get the bots. God damn it. Hold on, there we go. Bots are cleared. Always happens. Always happens. Yeah, so I will take that relic. But yeah, again, it's like... But again, it's like, you know, that's the whole point of the song. It's meant to be confronting. It's meant to be disconcerting. And so because of that, you know, you have to be prepared to understand that, you know, you may not be able to deal with topics that it mentions. What happened? Oh, there was just there was some bots. There was some bots fishing in my chat, so I had to clean them up. Nothing new. All right, I'll take this. Oh, Jesus. But yes, as a result, I did get a lot of replies, and I kind of like, I was able to discuss with other people saying, you know, this is why I stated what I said as my opinion, and it kind of led to a bit of a back and forth. Nothing like mean or anything like that. It was just people kind of just kind of reaffirming what they understood of it, and at the end of the day, we just kind of all agreed that, you know, that the argument that I had put forward was valid, because, you know, we are limited by you know how many characters Twitter has. Otherwise, I would have put a much more detailed like post just straight up and wouldn't have had to go through the through the reply chain. But oh well, what can you do? We have to follow by Twitter's rules on that. But yeah, no, everything worked out in the end, and it was just a good discussion that basically helped to kind of like reevaluate my opinions and kind of find ways to word it such that it wasn't going to be potentially a problem in the future. Not that I think it would have been a problem in the future, but it was more just, you know, sometimes words fail people, and sometimes it's hard for you to figure out how to voice your opinions in a way that's not potentially ambiguous. That's just how it is. But yeah, that's the best way to explain it. If you want to see more of like what the arguments were like, or the like statements put forward, just look at my Twitter replies. You'll see it all there. Okay, good chest. Please have good chest drop. Poison. Not running poison. Or at least not running it yet, so no point taking it. Yes. God, it's been a while since I've had a good like discussion point about music, because I mean, I've always loved talking about it with people, because like when you're talking about a medium that is so highly like subjective, it's always interesting to see people's opinions of a certain song. Like, it's always why I love like showing songs to new people and love talking about them, being like, you know, who's your favorite artist and why do you like them? Like, it's never to like be, you know, mean or belittling of their choices. It's just me being genuinely curious about why they like who they like. Because again, it's interesting to see why people listen to music. Why, like, you know, do they listen to it for a story? Do they listen to it to hype themselves up? Do they listen to it to analyze it? Like, there's no wrong answer. Much like philosophy, there's no wrong answer to that question. And yet, well, there's always people who are going to be like, you know, there's only one reason you should be listening to music. I'm like, bro, that's not true at all, and you know that. Like, why are you trying to make this into a fight that doesn't need to be had? Oh, now that's one I definitely need. Give me that armor. But, yeah. Now, I'm just trying to think of topics off the top of my head. I mean, I guess I did mention in the title that I was potentially talking about future content, and this is kind of a more interesting topic because I have like mentioned it sometimes in replies, but I have always been keen to, like, yes, I do love my gaming, and that's what I kind of centered everything on. But as a creative person, I also like to do a lot of what's it called? I like to do a lot of creative endeavors as well. Like, I think, like, I mean, I mentioned on my recent tweet about potentially wanting to do, what was it? Potentially wanting to do, like, D&D campaign creation streams. Because I mean, I have talked about this, like, in previous affiliate posts about the fact, like, affiliate streams that I did with, my recital stuff, that I used to be a writer, and I had a lot of fun doing what I did as a writer. However, of course, because I've just been busy, I haven't been able to write much. So what's the best way to do it? just do D&D. Not that I have been able to play it much because of, again, things that have been mentioned on streams about previous experiences. Oh, Jesus. That's a great question. And I have to agree with the side of multiple people seeing music differently. I personally listen to is because it can influence my mood if I'm feeling down or lonely. Yeah, that's definitely one of the big reasons I listen to music. I mean, granted, also, as someone who used to compose music back in high school, I tended to listen to it also to examine it as well in an analytical sense, but it is definitely a mood enhancer. Like, I've always made the joke of what is it, performance enhancing music. And let's be honest, it does exist. Because, you know, you pick the right song during a workout, it actually improves your performance during that workout. Like, it seems crazy, but it's true. Like, you pick the right song and all of a sudden you're running faster and further than you were doing earlier. Like, that's why half my songs are like, I made like a running playlist that is just purely all rock, and it's worth every second. Like, it's all songs I love, it's all songs I know, and it actually makes me perform better. That, and also it's just good for like what I jokingly refer to as an antidepressant, but it, in a sense, it can be. Not that I have depression. Although, granted, with how many times I get close to it, sometimes I wonder if I do and I just haven't realized yet. Because, I mean, granted, I have a very high chance of getting it because my family does have a history of chronic depression, which is, of course, a very serious affliction to get. And, I mean, if I think about it, both my father and now my brother have it. But I think for the most part I normally get like more episodic like depression rather than chronic, which is good, but you know, it happens. Not everyone's going to be perfect. Everyone has their on days and their off days, and it's honestly one of the other things that surprised me the most was that especially with like the V, like, and this is mainly talking about the VTubing sphere here for a moment, but one of the things that surprised me the most about the VTubing sphere was that people were much more accepting about the fact that people needed to go on break to, like, you know, basically have mental health rest and recovery, because, like, thankfully, because of how society has been more accepting about things over time, people have started to recognize just the importance of like mental health and what it means to have like good, like how important it is within like not just a corporate context but even in an educational context. And this was something that I remember my mother bringing up because of course, you know, she was born in like 1969, so she grew up in a time where most people weren't really thinking about mental health back then. And she was saying that she thinks it's great now that it's great to see that more like industries are, oh sorry, not more industries, more schools are actually actively trying to work on mental health for their students, because like I said, used to be not even a thing that they considered. And that's coming from someone who literally, you know, started out with Asperger's, went to it, and the school never like did anything about it, and they were just going to basically label me as a problem child. The only reason that didn't happen was because my parents were determined to see it through. Oh god. Careful. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly focus a second for this, because this is a fight where I don't want to take too much damage, because this isn't the one that heals me. Ooh, that was close. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I need to look for some weapon upgrades, actually, because like this sword is good and all, but I need like perks on this to make it like better. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ooh, nice try. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Careful. I mean, I guess it's kind of a downside of this sword is that, like, sure, it doesn't cost stamina to do the finishes, but it doesn't have a lot of damage outside of it. Like, it's just a good base weapon. Granted, I also don't have anything that boosts the damage. Oh, okay. But yeah, because yeah, no, it's something that was good to see, and I'm glad that it is becoming more of a thing, because I think I've mentioned this before, but my younger cousin has also has, like, she's on the spectrum, and she actually has she's actually a further degree on the spectrum than I was to the point where we thought she was going to be verbally mute. Thankfully, we managed to avoid that situation, but it was definitely something where we were worried it was going to happen, and for good reason, because it is quite a common thing to see develop if not handled properly. But the one thing that amazed me was that the school she went to, which was also a private school, was actually prepared to properly handle the fact that she was on the spectrum, and you know, was able to accommodate for her, which I was glad to see, because, you know, back then, at least from my own personal experience, it seemed like, you know, the schools weren't doing that. Like, they would just basically label them as problem children and move on with their lives, which I thought was just entirely unnecessary. Well, I best be off. It's been a pleasure listening to your thoughts on multiple topics. I enjoyed my stay. Well, thank you for that, Creamy. You have a very good rest of your night, or rest of your day, whatever time it is. But yes, thank you for popping by. It was good chatting with you. I hope to see you around in the future. Take care, man. Take care. But yes. Okay, what we got? Steel tip talons. Extra critical damage. Oh, and this synergizes with perfect dodge. Yeah, I'm taking this. Sorry, but that dagger weapon is going to be fantastic for later. Lightning attacks. Don't have lightning. Might pop in later. Well, I'll still be around. I'll still be around for like a couple hours. So yeah, feel free to. Well, at least like an hour and a half. So yeah, feel free to pop back in if you're chill with that. But yeah, but otherwise, if I don't hear from you for the rest of the stream, do have a good night or good day. I always stumble on that. And yeah, take care, stay safe, stay healthy, all that good stuff. Okay, gold time. We need gold, and also health, because I took way too much damage in that fight. And I don't have any health sapping potential yet, which I would like to have, but not going to be guaranteed. Oh. Alright, let's see what you're going to give me. There we go. Give me all these crits. Oh my god. Okay. Well, my entire build is just going to be around perfect dodges. Holy Jesus. I forgot how strong those gauntlets are. Hoover, damn. Alright. But yes. Now I'm just like racking my brain, being like, topics. What topics do I have? I mean, I guess I did get sidetracked from like what I was going to talk about, which was like potential stream ideas, because yeah, like I said, I do want to move into potentially more creative stuff, because I feel like with the community I've built up, a lot of people are in that creative sphere, either like they work in the industry, or they're just creative souls in general. Like, I mean, especially like people like Meerkat and Mobro, who I always love it when they pop in, because they have such interesting outlooks and stuff. But yeah, it has made me think of like, could it be good to potentially do like things more associated with, say, music or writing, which are definitely my two stronger suits, so to speak. Like, for example, do I potentially, after like doing this manuscript stream, do I go back to maybe working on my writing, but this time stream it and like work on it together with chat? Maybe have like a thing where where we like work on a story together, figure out ways to improve it potentially, because let's be honest, I'm not the perfect writer. I doubt there's many people who I'd say are the perfect writer. Oh, that mace is tempting, but it doesn't have the greatest stats, so nope. And I mean, I mentioned it on Twitter, of course, but the DM campaign streams, I've been really tempted to do because I do love doing like campaign creation, even though I still have a campaign I haven't run yet, and I'm like, I should just do it. Off fire attacks for perfect shots and offhand combo, that would be good, especially because the healing. Although the critical damage, well, we already have something that does critical damage. Let's take this. Let's take the fire pistol. But yeah, it could be fun to potentially go back to my old manuscripts, scripts, maybe edit them, maybe even write new stories. Because I have that document. I have that like 50-page document just full of ideas that I've been wanting to write and just haven't had the time because either I'm just too busy with university work or just motivation doesn't hit at the right time. Granted, the other idea that I was thinking about, because I remember one of my other viewers, Zura, was mentioning it a little while ago, was game development. Because, I mean, granted, I've mainly been on the creative side of that because I did all the soundtracks for game projects. Like I did the soundtrack for the 2 different versions of Project Shadow Walker, which was going to be kind of like a platformer style game similar to Inside. And it was gonna have like a cute like cardboardish style like art style, and they were like, oh, we're gonna go through like all these different environments and stuff. And I was like, okay. So I made the tracks for meadows, I made them for forests, everything like that. Unfortunately, because the original kind of, I guess, director for the project graduated, we ended up basically having to like scrap the project because the creative visionary wasn't there anymore, and we remade it, and we're like, okay, let's not go for like too many crazy environments. Let's just go for like a few levels and focus exclusively on those, because, you know, if we're too ambitious, our project's gonna fail. Like that's just the nature of it. A project will fail if you get too ambitious. And so we're like, okay, well, we can learn to not be like over ambitious. So we made a project that was going to so we scaled down the level design. I still needed to make tracks, but it wasn't going to be as many as we would need to. And in the end, it got further in the stages. Like we actually had like a working prototype by the end, but again, it just flopped, unfortunately. How many relic slots do I have? I have one more. Is it potentially better than this? It's a very good question. Yeah, I'll take it for now. Like the extra perception could be good, but it's not absolutely key. But yeah, I was kind of thinking could be fun to try and like do some solo game development stuff. Potentially find a group, potentially find other people to like work on it. Could make for good like collaboration potential. Say speak to artists and be like, hey, do you wanna like help work on the art design? Because otherwise it's just gonna be my decent-ish pixel art, which can still be viable because, you know, a game more functions off functionality rather than aesthetic. But I mean, for a lot of games, aesthetic can still be important. Like, I mean, look at like Disco Elysium, for example. They thought it was going to flop, so they literally focused all their attention on the game, on the visuals, because they thought, oh, if this flops, we need to make sure at least there's something good to talk about. And I'm like, I mean, that's one way to look at it. You just have to hope it pays off, because I mean, you look at that style and it's very impressionist, very psychedelic, and that may work for everyone, but it might not work for all people. Is this just a separate path? Oh, this is actual loot. Why not? Oh, yikes. Oh, that would be actually super good. Especially stacked with this. Also, especially stacked with the breastplate. I mean, we do have that curse that... yeah, we do have the curse that, like, removes the point of blood offerings. Yeah, I'm going to throw away the torture ring. The torture ring's, like, the least useful one out of all of these. But yeah, so that might be something fun, because I do have, like, game projects that I've been playing out in, like, Word documents and stuff. Like I had Project Twilight, which is going to be, like, a hack and slasher, similar to, like, I guess you'd kind of think of it as almost, like, Hollow Knight, like Hollow Knight with, like, Children of Mortar style, like, graphics, and was going to have its own kind of linear-ish story with multiple endings, that sort of thing. So very much like a Metroidvania style thing. Or a Metroidvania hack and slash, to be specific. I could potentially... There was VRAM, which was going to be more of like a Terraria style survival crafter with a more linear story. And then there was Counter Hack, which was quite possibly my weirdest idea, because the whole thing basically centered on the notion of, hey, what if I tried to make a competitive like random puzzle generating, like what was it, procedural generation competitive puzzle solving game that also had tower defense elements. It was actually kind of a ludicrous notion, but I had faith it could work. Because some of the ideas, like having because the way it was going to work was essentially you would have two people. You'd have a hacker, you'd have a counter hacker. The hacker would be placed would basically be placed in a maze, and they'd have a start point and an end point, like put on their map, so they can see. So the hacker can see where they are, and they can see where the two nodes are or the node that they need to get to. The counter hacker, however, they can't see those locations or where the other user is. So instead, their whole thing is that what is it? So their whole thing is that the only way they can see the other hacker is if they trigger the traps that they can set up. So the counter hacker has this whole tower defense style thing where they can place like different level locks based on a regenerative like power like energy system. So the more energy they spend, the higher level the lock is, and that lock determines the difficulty of the puzzle type that the hacker has to do. And so the challenge, of course, is going to be firstly procedurally generating puzzles, and two, coming up with a system where the two different viewpoints were going to be entirely separate. And then yeah, it was basically be like a race against the clock style thing. Whether it was going to work out, yet to have been seen. But I thought it was an interesting idea that could have legs if I had a bit more, like, you know, time to code it up and figure out visuals. But again, that's just something where maybe if I do it on stream, people can give advice, have their own input into it. Because I'll be honest, I am not the most amazing coder. I am definitely better at it because my degree practically demanded that I know how to code. Like for the longest time, my degree was just basically, hey, you need to know how to, like, you know, program control systems and build programs that can do complex math. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. Whether you'll be, you know, happy with the outcome, that's yet to be considered, but not entirely impossible. And especially considering my thesis had a lot of coding in it, there was definitely a lot of potential for it to be... Oh god. Nice try. Sorry, I'm just having to focus a bit because I have very low damage fighting this dark avatar. I was kind of hoping I'd have more, but sadly that's not how this works. Damn it, come on, give me that perfect dodge. Oh, that time I did. Yeah, there we go. Oh, god damn it. fine. It's fine. 1, go. Yes, 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 yes. Get these crits in. Nice try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that was close. Okay, I need to be patient so I can get my my perfect dodges in and get these crits. There we go. Nice try, baby, but you're not gonna land this, especially because I hit like a truck. Ooh. Okay, here we go. First storm enters. We're doing pretty well so far. Oh god. Oh, he like warped to the other side of the freaking world. Oh, my crits ran out like partway through that. It's not the worst thing, but oh god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. I should have hung around a bit. I'm like jumping the gun on some of these dodges, which I'm not too happy about. That time I didn't. Okay. Oh, nice try. And hey, I still got the perfect dodge on that, so suck it, baby. Oh god, you're entering into your own storm. I do not want that. Oh, never mind. You'll come to me though. I won't complain about that. Okay, careful, because yeah. I had a feeling he was going to try and come for me. Oh, well, he did come for me, but not in the way I was hoping for. Oh, okay, there's the second storm. Nice try. Ow. Okay, he is really trying to push my patience. Oh, yeah, that was a triple, and I did not see that coming. I need to dodge through these storms. There we go. Hey, he's going to light up for me. Oh god. It's fine, because now this sets me up for some crits galore. Okay. Jesus, I'm just dodging him like there's no tomorrow. No, don't you dare heal. It's funny, this boss is like probably the easiest one, and he's the one that has the heal. So it always surprises me that everyone's like, you know, hey, Eagle's probably the hardest. I'm like, Eagle's probably the easiest. Like sure, it does feel like it's meant to be like Jaguar, Eagle, Serpent, but honestly, like Jaguar and Eagle are like not too bad. Serpent's the worst because obviously 1, poison, and 2 just. Oh wait, did I not? Oh, there we go. Get away from him. Oh god. I keep fucking up the triple combo. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. I'm taking way too much damage. Don't you dare. Come on, come on. Oh boy. Okay, careful. Oh, damn it, I thought he was going to charge at me. That time he did. Okay. Nice try. Oh, that storm's going to trigger. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go. Nice try. Go. Yep, come to me. As long as you keep coming to me, this is an easy fight. There we go. Whew, damn. He actually gave me a run for my money that time. But it didn't matter in the end. And there goes the cadaverous infestation. Beautiful. Let's give those points out. Oh, quite nice tonight fair. But yes. Fully charged shots weaken enemies. Better against electrocuted. No, we don't need that. You don't need that. Come on, people. Okay. What are we thinking? Bone Shard Whip with extra damage to offhand. Oh, the offhand deals like guaranteed crit. Okay. That might change things a bit. And it deals or I can just get extra dexterity. No, give me the extra. Give me the permanent dex. Give me that permanent dex. We need that. We also just need weapon upgrades, but oh, speak of the devil, there's one. There is also a vault, which is very tempting. Okay, let's see. What's the route we would need to take? I mean, we probably don't need to face the champions here. We don't need healing, I know that much. We do need gold, we need stats. We do get good loot from killing the champions. I'm just trying to think though, because it'll be the first champion, which means if it's Jaguar, it'll be Blood Hunter. If it's Serpent, it will be Skull Witch. Ooh, it's a tough choice. I'm just thinking. I feel like this vault is very much worth going for, but passing up the okay, well, it is one weapon upgrade at least, and we might actually get a better weapon out of this, so let's just go for it. Because now we can also spend corruption for this, and we have low corruption coming out of the first. Yeah, we'll do this. We might actually get better weapons, which could be good. Like if we get those like health leeching daggers again, oh, I will be so happy. I'll be over the moon. Okay, and it is Serpent. I made the right call. I would much prefer to fight the second boss than the first when it comes to Serpent bosses. Oh hey, perfect. You're just gonna set me up on the crits? I will happily take that. Nice try. Look at that environmental kill, bro. Get on my damn level. Nice try. Nice try. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and do that. Getting some good heals too, which is going to be fantastic. Nice. Okay, this is the big boy. Oh, hello. Let's see some electrocution, why not? Or just bombs in general. Nice try. Try to remember, you need like a crit hit to trigger lightning, I think. Oh, that's fine. This is honestly better for burning because you just push them into the poison and they just die. Oh, yikes. There we go. That will take care of him. I think that's gonna kill the bug spawner. Or that will too. I was like halfing being like, what's spawning the harpies? I'm like, oh yeah, elite harpies do that. Or champion harpies. There we go. Easy peasy. Cleaned up like a pro. Not really, I'm not that pro. Although now it makes me think, is there a professional league for roguelikes? I'd be so tempted to know. Like, cause I know there's esports for like, obviously multiplayer things, like Dota 2, like League of Legends, all that. I'd be curious to know if there's an esports style league for roguelikes. I feel like there should be, at least in my mind, because, you know, has the potential. Automatic dodge during a charge attack. That could be good, especially because it does extra damage against the elites, champions, and the bosses. Problem is that's like, is that better than the critical damage and the critical damage with a perfect dodge? Although it is, yeah, because what? Automatic dodge, extra base damage per point of perception. Oh. And we do have the corruption to spare. What are these? This is another throwing. 100% damage against weakened enemies, restores 1% of max health, extra burning damage, and chance to inflict poison. Oh, that also has good synergy. I mean, the weakened one less so, but... oh, it's a hard pick. It's also weaker than the evasive knives. I might... you know what, I'm going to use a favor. I'm going to see if I get something better. Oh, okay, new claws. Deals critical damage against enemies under 30% health. Better base damage to secondary weapons. Dagger. No, even that's garbage. Come on, give me something good. Blazing Blade. Critical damage while stamina's depleted. And it's fire charged. Which could be good, potentially. Because we are dealing with a lot of things that are fire. And fire is just also good in general because we're working with light. Oh, and we only get one of these. I think, honestly, the thing that's going to win the run is something with the extra damage against bosses and champions. So I'm going to offer blood for this one, because we need the gold. Give me a blazing blade. Let's do this. Sorry, Claws, you were good, but not good enough for what I need next. Not going for champion, going to the vault. Let's go to the vault. We should be able to kill. We should be able to kill anything in it. Well, good thing we have the blazing sword, because now we'll just have light wherever we go. It kind of sucks that we're gonna have to do the concealed enemies thing, but it's fine as long as I don't kill our light sources. All right, vault. Let's. I'm gonna be so mad. I may have to go silent for this just because the vaults take so much concentration, and if I get a single hit, then I'm screwed. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Especially with this thing there, that's gonna cause issues. Actually, with both of those there, that's gonna be an issue. Okay, careful. Alright. Okay, we don't have light, that's fine. Careful, back away. Oh, I'm so scared. The biggest threat is, like, this thing. Actually, the biggest threat is the freaking damn... Oh, okay, that's another one down. Okay, just don't go for greed. Just worry about staying alive. Oh, God. Okay, okay. I need dodges. Careful, careful. Oh, damn it. Of course that's what it was. Of course that's what hit me. God damn it. I mean, so good if we got that. Because the vaults are fantastic if you get them. Damn it. Alright. Oh well. We'll just have to roll with it. Okay, let's go for upgrade. We need the upgrade. At least you don't have to worry about health because of that artifact. Oh hey, well, guess I'm saying this a lot. Ow, except that hit me for a lot. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oof. Doesn't matter because you're on fire, so you're in trouble. Oh hey, Elite. How would you like to be set on fire? Oh god, that's a lot of arrows that nearly hit me. It's fine, because now you're on fire and you're dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna burn. Oh wait, no, because that removes the burn. I forgot about that. And he's dead. You're almost dead. Come on, die, you archer bastard. Wait, did that just disable it? There we go. How are you liking being poisoned by your own dudes? Oh, damn it. Except that would have been great if I remembered that you're not meant to... Oh yeah, but this thing has like crits if you have no stamina. It's like a weird like reckless perk that I don't know why they have, but I'm not complaining. Okay, is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. Please have a good upgrade. It's just purely damage. Kind of not worth it. Yeah, honestly, none of these upgrades are worth it. It's all just extra base damage. Oh well. It's fine. I mean, this thing's like a super good quality weapon already. So it's not like the biggest deal if it's not perfect. Plus the gun... Oh, it's tempting to upgrade the gun, but really 56 corruption's not worth it. That's 2 curses this early, and I don't think that's worth it. Especially because we fucked up the vault. If we hadn't screwed up the vault, maybe we'd have a chance. What do we have at the moment? Oh yeah, we have enemies disappearing, which would be one that would be good to get rid of, in all honesty. Alright, let's see if the unknown's like gold. I'd be so happy if it was gold. Okay. Nice. Oh, yeah, I forgot it's the freaking corruption bitch. the thing that was an absolute obliterator to my run. Come on, do you want to do your stupid little attack? Yeah, there we go. Oh wow, the freak! I love it. The freaking creeper vine killed him. That's so funny. I mean, I'm also glad that it happened because Jesus, I could imagine it would have been harder otherwise. Oh, well, that's not great. Shouldn't have jumped into the poison. Okay, careful, careful, careful. Easy peasy. I say that, I should not be saying that while they're still alive. It's fine though, because now these are regular enemies, except for the... Is that 2 elites or am I just crazy? No, it's just the one. It's just the one elite, who's currently at the moment doing their best to make my life harder. Yes! Nice environmental kill. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh god. Well, I was kind of hoping it would target me, but not that time. Nice. Oh, dang it, I accidentally disabled it. Oh well. It's fine, we got the kill easy. It's funny. It's been... I wonder if I should actually think about like what why does it keep offering me that? That's not gonna help. I don't want upgrades. At this point, I'd rather get new weapons, because maybe I have better odds of it being something good. Yes, what was I saying? I genuinely don't remember. Oh, hallucinations. That's actually not bad. Hallucinations aren't too bad for this run. Let's see. I'm gonna get 30. Oh, I'm gonna get... I'd have third curse by then. We are in Serpent, which means it is the 2 Jaguar bosses, and the Jaguar bosses are easier. We could... I'm kind of thinking we half go greedy and just go for the gold. Because we may also potentially find, like, relics and stuff that could reduce the amount of corruption. Oh, hey. Jesus Christ. Okay. Hey, a light. That'd be great. Ow. Oh, yeah. I forgot I have the freaking hallucination thing. So, dodging's now free. Ow. Not again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, God. Come on, could you please? Oh, yeah, they're freaking invisible. Forgot about that BS. I need that curse removed so badly. Because there's no guarantee I can always fight in light. Although, granted, I also just have 2 fire weapons, so I don't know why I'm thinking, like, oh god, vision's going to be a hard issue. No, it isn't. Hey, free gold. Almost thought for a minute I threw that in my face. Hello, grubs. Bye-bye, grubs. Meet your own demise. Thank you for all that gold, Jesus. Love enemies that just have a chain reaction where it's just, hey, you pop one of them, here's all your free XP and loot. It's also an interesting game design. It's also another thing that's always been interesting is like how well can a game implement death burst? Because I feel like it's always a challenge of like, is it cheap or is it actually a smart like design for what they're using? Because I feel like most people tend to use death burst as something that's like a punishment for literally doing your role of killing things. Sometimes it's not always the case. Ow. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Nice double kill. Because I know I've made the mistake of accidentally using death burst as something that was a way meaner punishment than it should have ever been. Extra perception, very tempting. No, we need the health. Be better if it was gold, but health is just as important. Okay, where are we looking to go? Trying to think. Yeah, okay, yeah, we were thinking of going for gold. As long as we don't end up like stacking extra corruption, I think we can most likely Although granted, I don't think we're not coming across a lot of enemies that would normally grant like extra corruption unless you really made a mistake. Because like, we haven't even come across elite enemies that normally do. Damn, that was solid. Holy. Look at that triple kill. Okay, careful. Oh, both of those are so tempting. Oh, it's 1100 though. Okay. I mean, health is important, yes. But we need the treasure find. We're gonna have third curse anyway. And 16's not much. I'm just thinking. Although granted, if we buy this now with 500, it's easier to earn that 500 back than it is to take the corruption. So yeah, we'll just offer gold for the extra treasure find, because that will pay us back in dividends later. We're also full on relics, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Good. I'm just double checking. All right, let's go greed. We're going full gold because we need. We need a minimum 15. We need a minimum 15k, maximum 30k. Oh, sorry, no. Yeah, no, it's minimum 15k, maximum 30k. That's what we need for the final part. Which kind of sucks, but there's not much we can do about it because that's literally how it's designed. Hold on, let me grab this gold before you try attacking me. Oh, wow. You just got melted, my boy. Boom. Easy kill. That was so funny, though. He spawns in there. I light him on fire with my pistol, and then he just sets off the gas and kills himself. Nice job, buddy. Gotta love anime AI. Because, hell, there's so many examples of people, like, struggling to properly implement game AI. And to be honest, I don't blame them. It's very hard to make something that can potentially adapt to a challenge that you set them. Okay. What are we looking at? Oh, hey, gas. Oh, hey, enemies. Jesus Christ. Oh, the triple hit is so dumb. Okay. Please, I need you dead. Thank you. A Wind Fury Pike. Charge attacks hit 3 times instead of 2. I mean, that's not bad. And it's extra against poison, which is good. No, just give me the gold. We're going greed. We need all the gold we can get. Oh, hey, enemies. That's not good. Kind of wanted you to stay on fire. Or at least have a torchlight. Damn, okay, that crit is actually insane if you're prepared to tank the hits. Extra damage in darkness. Okay, so it's less damage in darkness, but it's extra perception, or I can just take it for health. No, I'll happily take less damage in darkness if it gives me extra treasure find. Because we need the treasure find. But I'm glad it still at least gives us the extra damage. That I will not complain about. Okay, so we have... Do we have 2 options? Yeah, we do. We do. When in doubt... It's usually best to go left. Unless you're in that Doctor Who episode, in which case, yeah, that doesn't work out. That's something I need to definitely go back to watching is Doctor Who. Because everyone keeps saying that, like, the new series is great. Even though I know so many people were so divided about Capaldi. Which is understandable. Excuse me, can you not? Why? How dare you heal when I'm trying to fight you? I don't know don't know why I couldn't break that. I thought you could break it with any secondary weapon charge attack. Guess not though with guns? Unless I just really messed up the timing. Passing through a door inflicts less corruption and it gives extra dexterity. If I do, what will it replace? I kind of like this one because this one's generating me a lot of money. I mean, I'm not looking to do a lot of blood offering stuff past this point, so maybe, yeah, might take this instead, just to get that extra damage in. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to minimize blood, blood offerings as much as possible. Let's just be careful. Speak and tread softly and carry a big stick. I'm trying to remember what that's actually from. It's like one of those references where it's like you remember it's a thing, but you don't remember who said it. Like there's so many famous quotes like that. Which is, I guess, why I did like the quote of the week thing, because, you know, some of the quotes, it's always interesting to figure out who did them. Oh god, okay, careful. Can you not snuff out my torches? Just let me get my torchlight up, then you can wail on me. I need you guys dead so you don't get concealed. Shoot. I need light up. Come on, please. I need one of you burning. Just so I can see. Oh, that sucks. I was really hoping that didn't happen. Okay, they're burning. Okay, that one's fine. You're a light. Okay, I need to get rid of this curse or this is actually going to be a nightmare. Because, Christ, the moment they disappear, it's like, oh, you just can't do damage to them, which is terrible for my build. Oh, hey, there's the evasive knives again. Chance to inflict lightning damage. They give extra base per point of constitution, which means nothing. I'm just going to take the extra dexterity. Like, I'm sure they could potentially be good, but not for this. Not in the slightest. Okay. Gold time. Thank God we have healing. Like, I feel like in this game, it's like, if you ever pass up healing, you're genuinely not gonna survive. Like, not at all. Oh my god, how did I dodge that? What? Excuse me? You interrupted my attack, you little shite? Sod all of you. Get out of my damn sight, you stupid harpy bastard. Can you not? Ow. There we go. Oh, it's annoying that I took that much damage, but not much I can do. God damn it. I'm like making these annoying, like, reckless decisions, which I'm not happy about. Because normally I tend to be a bit more patient than this, so I don't know what's going on. Especially because, like, when you're playing in a situation where, you know, you can't even see where half the enemies are because they literally spawn halfway inside your colon, you should be playing a bit more patient. Okay, but fine. Come on, yes, good, good. As long as I avoid the corruption, that's what's gonna matter. Okay, light you up like the 4th of July. Nice. And, oh, perfect, she died already. Okay. Doing fine. We're at 10k already, which is really good. Like, having this early treasure find is really gonna make it easy. Granted, I know there were definitely going to be perks where if you run them, it's like Okay, perfect. They're gone. Careful, careful. Ha! Knew that was going to be a thing. Oh, kills on environment. Very tempting. Because we have been getting a lot of those recently. Nah, we need the gold. This is just the absolute greed run. Oh god. Okay, I just need to freaking kill some of these so I can run past and not have to worry about... Wait, did one of them just break themselves? I didn't even know you could do that. I mean, granted, the Jaguar statues can blow themselves up, so I shouldn't be too surprised, but it still feels surprising. Oh, for fuck's sake. If you destroy that torch, I swear to God. Okay, as long as you're still lit up, that's all that matters. Okay. Yeah. It's weird. Normally I can handle most of the curses this game throws at me. This is the one that doesn't, for some weird reason. It's fine, because I have my methods for keeping light levels decent. Oh, you little crap. Oh, you absolute turd biscuit. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Please, I need something with healing. Lower gold offering costs. Now that is actually tempting. Oh, or I could get permanent. Less corruption would be good. I want the health. I'm keeping these block ones. The gold offering cost though? I think this is just we play super greed. Let's take this. This is just we take it and we hope for the best. Granted, this is potentially the dumbest thing I could have ever attempted, but we'll see what happens. Oh, another show field. Except it's worse, so why would I take it? Well, it's better damage, but it doesn't have the healing that I want. So, yeah, just give me the gold instead. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, did we need the dart traps? Did we actually need them? I didn't think we needed them. Okay, what's our third curse? Oh, relic slot was locked. Which one? Oh, okay. This is where we need to pick. Is it finally time to throw away the damage taken in gold? I'm kind of half thinking it may be time to throw that. This one's useful. This one's also good because that means the most we can ever take is 150. I think it's time to throw away this one. To be fair, we can also... Oh wait, no, I was going to say we could come back for it, but then I'm like, no, this game is smart enough to not let you do that. So even if you lift the curse, they won't let you come back for it. It's fine. We'll easily be able to meet the 15k mark, and hopefully with how much other stuff we have, we'll have enough. Alright, Dark Avatar, let's see what you got. I'm prepared for your BS. I remember what you do. Oh, never mind. I guess I completely forgot. Careful. Yeah, your leap strike. I remember that leap strike. Okay. Careful. Nice try. I knew that was coming. Okay, just gonna keep him stunned like this. Okay. Oh boy. Just gotta... Oh boy. Okay, we did not get much damage that run. We need to be super careful. Because he is going to go for a mean Mother Hubbard, and I'm not liking the fact he's taking out all my torches. Oh my god. Okay, this is actually terrifying. It would be nice if he could actually self-inflict damage to his own fighters. Like, that would be great if he did that. The problem is he doesn't. Oh, you absolute shitlord. Oh, great. We're not going to get a lot of damage on him. Don't you dare go into your thing. Okay. Somehow I'm still alive. Oh, thank God that stopped him. Oh, wait, does it? Oh wait, is it just that his attendants heal him when he does that? Is that what it is? If that's the case, then I've completely missed that sign every time I fought him, and I need to pay more attention. Because I thought it was based on... I thought it was just that it reset back to the previous stage if you don't meet it. Okay, come on. You're weak now. Careful. Okay, we're doing fine. We just need to be super careful. Oh, damn it. I forgot it's not the exact same timing. Oh, here we go. Here come your attendants. Careful, careful. Easy does it. Shoot. Oh, why do you do this to me, Serpent? Why do you do this? Oh, and there I go. God damn it. I forgot to set predictions. Oh, well. Damn, only 60%. Yep. He is always my nemesis. The Dark Avatar of the Serpent is the absolute worst. Every time. Oh, god damn. That was a tough fight. Do I have any other weapons I can unlock? Because I don't think I've come across any new ones. Nope. Some ones I'm missing. But I have to find them in the temple, unfortunately, to unlock them. Let's see. Okay, now here's the question. Do we go for one last run? Because it could potentially go on for a lot longer than I'm thinking. Well, to be fair, I was prepared to go for till like 11:30, so I could go for it. Other option would be potentially going for a few of my codex entries, because I don't think I've filled any of them. No, I haven't. I'm just thinking. Okay, yeah, it's nothing new. Okay, we could also go for a challenge run. What ones do we have? The Golden Blood. Or Old Nightmare. There's a lot of easy ones. The Death and the Jaguar one's quite hard, but has the potential. You know what? I think let's go for one more attempt. Let's go for one more attempt on the main challenge, and we'll see how we go. Let's see. Weighted blades. Projectile damage increases based on distance traveled before impact. And they heal. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that could be good. That's all basic, so I don't really want to roll with it. Blazing shield. 1 corruption. Extra damage if it's a sword. Yeah, third altar is probably the best. So we're taking this no matter what. You know what? No, let's just go for one of these challenge rooms, because we need to grind up like skulls. So let's see. So permanent hallucinations, infected hosts. Yeah, let's just go for this one, because this one's an easy challenge that I know I can do. The only problem is it's in Serpent Temple, and I don't get to pick anything in it, so I'm gonna end up anywhere. Though it also means it's a pretty easy strategy. It's pretty much just roll with the punches and go with whatever you want. And thankfully, because it's hallucination, we move super, super fast. 2, 3. Yeah, I remember now that I have to go farther back so I get the distance kills. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, let's light this up. Hey! Got some of the bats. Okay, wonderful. It's weird. This when you play this particular event, it feels like you're running on like what is it? Like you're on fast forward, but it's not. It's actually just it running at full speed. It's just because of the hallucination. You move like frickin' Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh hey. There we go. Easy pickings. Careful, careful. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. Get all your hosts killed. Damn, that was easy pickings. Nice try. What are we looking at? Lightning attacks? Do I have anything that works off lightning? No. I guess I'll just heal up. Because I can't actually see what my health is and the game won't tell me. That's like the other downside of hallucination is you can't tell what your health is. So you have to you just have to kind of hope you're paying attention. Which is the other kind of risk factor to it. Okay, this is just gold passages. Yeah. Ooh, oh my god, this hammer. Yeah, this hammer is like a beast. 5 attacks, moves 1 corruption for each enemy killed. Attacks from kind of 30% more. I mean, I kind of should grab it because I already have like a good like melee weapon. Oh, sorry, like a good range weapon. Yeah, I'll take it. Let's take the stupidly insane hammer. Oh god. Say that immediately gets hit. Okay, that's just the other way I came. So now it's just this way. The illusion of choice. Very popular. Careful, come on. Just die already. Don't put out my lantern, you bastard. I was using that lantern and you took it from me. 1, 2, 3. Careful. Can you get your stupid minions out of here? Die. There we go. Back off. There we go. Come on, good loot. Extra healing effects, sure. I may end up with some healing stuff later, so I will not turn that down. Not that I will ever see what I'm potentially going to get. I will laugh if like second room's just, hey, do you want a vault? I honestly was half expecting it to be vault. It looked like it was going to. That would have been so funny if the game was just like, you know what, yeah, how about a vault, like on the second room in the game. Not that I would have minded, because at least the enemies would have been weak enough where it would have been an easy win. I don't know if they actually set the vault so that it's designed to only show up on like a specific, like level type. Like it's not like you're not meant to get it past. You're not meant to get it in the first stage unless it's like near the end. No, I don't like I don't do weakened enemies. Nothing inflicts weak. Oh god. Let's just ignore the burning gas for a second. Come on. I would have laughed if he just ran into the gas to avoid my knife. Thankfully, he's not that dumb. Although it would have been funny if he was. Oh, you dick. There we go. Yeah, back off. Did I say you could survive? No. Now chase this fire. This is fire, meatheads. Oh wow, you can actually set them on fire with a single swing. Increase weak and affects duration. No, I don't run weak. What are you doing, game? And there goes the other bat. Blown up by his own stupidity. Hey, hello, Doc. How's the Souls/Hades/Diablo game going? It's going well. We had some good runs on the final challenge. Unfortunately, we did not manage to reach. What is it? We did not manage to reach second. Oh, sorry. We didn't manage to reach the final boss. We got to. I think it was the third. We got to Dark Avatar of Serpent, and then the Serpent kicked our ass again, as it always does. So now we're just doing one of like the limited time event things, just so we can grind skulls and get more of the altar upgrades. So yeah, that's what we're up to. So you haven't missed too much. It's just been me just kind of rambling about whatever comes to mind and having decent runs that don't end up getting to the final stages, unfortunately, because my luck is just running out in terms of that. Okay. I think that is the perfect emoji response to that dog. Okay. Careful, careful. Hey. Yeah. I will say that, did you hear the dog? I will say I'm quite amazed by everyone's response to the idea of me doing the campaign building streams, because I was kind of hesitant, being like, are people going to be keen on it? Because like, I know it's popular, but I'm not exactly like, you know, someone as big as like, say, the DM Lair or like anyone like that who has already been doing that for like content creation. So it was kind of nice and refreshing to see everyone being like, yeah, we'll watch it, we'll participate. I'm like, perfect. It'll make it so much more fun to do like something where it's not just me coming up with ideas. We get to share the experience together. Storm's Bulwark, lightning attacks, triggers lightning strike. Yeah, no, I'll just take the gold. Onwards we go. Okay, challenge room. This should be easy. I say that, and then the enemies immediately start dodging every single one of my attacks. There we go. Nice double kill. Easy peasy. Ow. Out of here, you bat. Okay, 1, 2. There we go. Okay, these infested hosts are actually starting to get on my nerves. Thankfully, this should kill most of them. Get out of my way. There we go. There goes everything. Nice try. Careful. Just gonna take out the minions. Take out the minions, and then the big guy's the last one. Just gotta be careful though, because it's funny. I don't know what stage these guys like start parrying like ranged attacks, because some way they stop doing that. Always wanted to play D&D, but job and the fact that I have no one to do it with kind of fails me in that aspect. Yeah, that is always the hardest part. Like, it's easy to learn. It's easy to learn the game. It's hard to find a group. I mean, I was lucky in that like some of my closest friends now are like super big D&D nerds, so they're always like saying to me, when you eventually finish that campaign saying you're working on, we'd love to play it. I'm like, yeah, once I have the time to put the finishing touches on, I'll run it, because I feel confident with it. But yeah, it's it's definitely one of those things where you do need to find like the right kind of people. And it's funny, I remember seeing what was it, one of the D&D horror story YouTubers talking about this, about how like a lot of people who want to play D&D are scared to play it because they think they're going to end up in a horror story situation. And he actually helped to rationalize it out a bit by basically saying, okay, look at the amount of storytellers there are on D&D horror stories. There's like, I think it's something like 220k, and then look at the number of people who are active in the D&D community, like, and this was based on statistics from D&D Beyond, but it was basically like 20.6 million. And he did the math, and he basically said, look, the odds that you would run into have a situation of an RPG horror story is 0.46%. It is so statistically low that chances are you'll never run into a problem player like that. And I was like, that is a very good way to rationalize it, and I think that's very impressive of him to do that. Because I know a lot of people would struggle to conceptualize that, and I think it was very kind of him to do that. Okay, this is where I just need to be patient. Jesus, how are these guys moving so quick? I swear they normally don't move this fast. Careful. I was half expecting them to leap into the sky. Oh my god, okay. Oh, I thought for a minute I triggered the trap. I need to clear these bats. But yeah, no. I mean, I will say, Doc, I have been half tempted to like potentially be like, once I finish my campaign thing, or maybe even when I finish writing one of the ones with Chad, potentially finding people to run it with, because I mean, I'm not saying I'm not gonna be as good as like Matt Mercer or anything, but I'd be decent as like a stream DM. Be tempting. Oh, hey, I could get the Sword of Conjunctivius. So any enemy attack instantly kills you, does not apply to traps. Yeah, that's the downside. Secondary weapons affixes are doubled, each attack consumes 5 gold. Yeah, that's definitely not worth it. I don't even have a curse though, so it's kind of pointless, although I guess it clears my corruption. The extra constitution, an extra base damage for spears. I'll take these two, and then I'll just use this to clear corruption. But yeah, I guess out of curiosity, Doc, do you, if you were to do, like D&D, would you prefer to do it, like in person or online? Because that can also very much change the dynamic of like play, because when you do it online, you can kind of simplify certain parts, but it definitely takes away from like a true kind of group dynamic, so to speak. And I think a lot of people kind of for that reason more prefer in person, but of course it's hard. Like, I mean, with my group, we definitely can't do it in person because we all live basically in completely different regions, so we have to do it online. But if we could do it in person, I think most of us would, because it's also just a good excuse to meet up together and have some fun laughs. And wow, was I really dumb enough to jump into that grub? Jesus Christ. Online probably, as I like watching people play it on those sites where you can put maps and stuff. It looks cool. I do agree. It definitely looks very cool. It's certainly, and thankfully, because of like how many online resources there are for D&D, it's very easy to set stuff up online. Like, I mean, because I've done it online, I use a lot of the online resources, and it's made my life easier because there's a lot of like map making tools to help. There's like some random generators that can simplify certain things, because let's be honest, anything that helps simplify the campaign creation process is always going to be useful, because there's a lot to do if you plan to be the DM. If you're a player, it's pretty easy. The only thing you have to just keep an eye on is when like new like races or subclasses come out. But it's like, apart from that, the foundation will always be the same. And of course, you know, it's always up to your DM which expansions you use. Granted, I've always been with groups that are just like, if it's in an official book, you're welcome to use it. I'm like, cool. I'm down to roll with that. And so it's meant that, you know, I can basically run whatever I want, which is great, because, you know, if you have all the source books, there is an insane number of races. Like, I think at this point there's like almost like a total of 50 or something along those lines. It's a stupid high number of like potential playable races, and they're always adding more, which is great, because I love some of them, like especially the ones that were added as in, what was it? I think it's the Odysseys of Theros, where they added the satyr, because again, it's all like based on like, you know, Greco-Roman mythology. They added the satyr and they added the Leonin, which were both quite interesting races. Yep, definitely grabbing that, because being able to deal damage when I take it is always good. Give me this. But yes, no, if you are looking to do it online though, Doc, I would definitely recommend looking into Roll20 and D&D Beyond. Those I think are the main two to look at, and they will be pretty much the perfect tools for doing online D&D. And most people, I think, are always happy to run it on that, because D&D Beyond has been basically a officially endorsed system that only recently got bought by Wizards of the Coast, which genuinely surprised me, because I thought it was already owned by Wizards of the Coast. Turns out that wasn't, and that I just completely overlooked that. So that was an interesting surprise when I read that news, and I was like, wait, they bought out D&D Beyond? I thought they already owned it. Guess I was wrong. But yes, you're always welcome to ask me in like whispers or something if you need help with like D&D resources, or even if you're just like keen to learn like the ins and outs of like, you know, DMing or being a player. I'm always happy to talk about it, because I mean, you know, it's a hobby that a lot of people love, and you know, I'm always supportive of people taking up new hobbies, because who knows, you may find the one that is perfect for you, and you know, everyone has a right to find what they love. Yes. It's funny. It's funny actually. During the Easter show, me and my mate were actually talking a lot about campaign stuff, because as most things happen, a lot of like the old stories of like my previous experiences with D&D always kind of comes up, and sometimes of course he who shall not be named comes up, which irritates me, because I would like to forget him, but not much I can do about it. He's now just a part of my memories and my existence, and frankly, I'm glad that even though I constantly ramble about all the time, my mate is prepared to always talk me through it and help me rationalize things out, because I'll be honest, I was definitely struggling to rationalize it when it was happening in the moment, and I'm glad he was able to kind of bring me back to my senses when I wasn't able to think through things properly. Oh, dynamite. Yeah, no. We don't need dynamite. You're also getting close to like one of the champions. Yeah, I'll take it. Maybe we switch to daggers. We'll see what happens. But yes. I will recommend though, just as like a base. Oh, sorry, my voice is giving out a little bit. I will say though, as a base, I would highly recommend, if you are planning to take up the DM mantle, read any one of the read any one of the pre-made modules. They will help you a lot with understanding like what kind of preparations you may need to make. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I will quickly pause now and take that. I guess you just heard like voice giving out. Was just like, yeah, he needs to take a drink, which is fair. Refreshing. All right, back to the fight. I was trying to remember. I'm pretty certain I don't have. Yeah, no, I can't go the perfect run on this, even though I'm gonna have to later, because much like Hades, there is perfect entries if you beat these bosses without taking damage. Oh god. Yep, that is definitely appropriate time for the battle theme. Let's go. What's funny is I could see this boss being like a boss in a Zelda game. Which makes me wonder, are you excited for what's it? Breath of the Wild 2? Like, it certainly looks interesting, because from what I've seen, the style's like unlike anything else that we've seen in the Zelda series before. Granted, I was never big on the Zelda series. Yes, you're excited? Nice. Yeah, it looks so interesting. Like, I love the when I saw the character design and the fact that there was like all these like strangely runic inscriptions on their arms reminiscent of the technology, I was like, ooh, I wonder where the story's going to go with that, because like the one thing I always loved about the story was that you know, it introduced this idea of how to introduce the technology into the fantasy element of it. There is speculation that it might be on a better version on Switch or a new console. Oh, interesting. I mean, I guess it's not impossible for it to be on a new console. Problem is, though, I don't think the transition is going to work out as smoothly as I think by, like, you know, transitioning from Switch to something else, because, you know, the Switch is a pretty amazing piece of hardware. It's hard to you know, can think of like replacing it with something that's equally as good. I mean, we saw what happened with like the Wii to the Wii U. I feel like it's going to be the same issue, as the graphics are too heavy for normal Switch, or it's just a show build that they use on trailers. It's entirely possible it could be show build, but again, we won't know until Nintendo finally decides to show their hand, which, from what we know, could be any time. But they're not going to tell us. They're never going to tell us. It's the one thing that's kind of a bit irritating about Nintendo. They're always very tight-lipped. And so you never know what they're going to say or what they're going to work on. But at least they are very, like, you know, they still remain game-centric at heart, which is always great. Granted, there's nothing bad with, like, you know, Microsoft and Sony, like, branching out into more, you know, into more multimedia faceted fields. Tight-lipped and tight-gripped about copyright. Yeah, no, I've heard the stories about how strict they are with copyright. It's sort of terrifying to hear like how strict they can be about it, because, you know, I would like to think Nintendo as a company does better than most most like companies in Japan in terms of like how they approach copyright, but I guess I was wrong, because what was it? There was that tournament, and this is all kind of like secondhand stories coming from like other podcasts, but wasn't there like a story about like how they were sponsoring a Smash tournament, and because they were using like a port that made it smoother for performance, they just immediately backed out and shut down the event using their own copyrights or something like that. And I was just like, that seems a bit much. Like, you know, it wasn't anything that was like game breaking. They were just doing that. They were, you know, just trying to promote the game for them, and that's how they repaid them. I'm like, that's a bit mean. Plus, I also have heard that they have a terrible record of like giving out not so great like rewards for like events they sponsor. Like apparently there was like a Splatoon tournament that was happening, and the reward wasn't even like, wouldn't even be able to buy them a copy of Splatoon. I'm like, that's just, you know, a bit of a kick in the gut, I would think. Like, it doesn't respect the amount of time people have spent on your game, and, you know, the fact that people are helping promote it by trying to run a tournament for it and all that. One sec. I'll read your message in a sec, Doc. I just need to kill this one thing that's just not dying. Okay, good. That's the challenge done. Might be. All I've heard about are the Pokemon fan game blockings. Oh, yeah, that was another big thing. Which is kind of a shame, because, like, you know, Pokemon's a giant franchise, and, you know, I feel like the best game publishers are the ones who more support the, who you know, more support the fan game community rather than scorn it. I mean, look at like what is it, like the FNAF community, like the FNAF community, and like how many, like, you know, fan games there are of that. And if anything, it's actually promoted their image more because of the fact that you know, Cawthon's always supportive of the fans. And like that's like been like that's the one thing. If you support your fans, then you're always going to do better than not supporting them. And so you know, doing all the fan game blockings, it's just shutting down innovation and turning people away, because all it says about you is that you know, you're going to be tight-lipped about your IPs. It's like what Disney does with all their stuff, where, you know, they are so scared of you know, losing their IPs because of time, that they, you know, will go to great lengths to try and extend their, you know, the amount of time that their copyrights hold on for. Because I mean, I remember they were getting close to it with, I think, Mickey Mouse. They were going to like lose the private licensing of Mickey Mouse, and then they pulled some like legislative tomfoolery to keep that, to extend it, because normally it's something like, isn't it that like once something's been in the public media for like 75 or 100 years, then it enters the public domain and no longer becomes protected by like copyright laws or something like that. It's something similar to that, but I don't know if that's the exact like phrasing, because it's the reason why, like, you know, you can read like poetry of like, you know, 19th century musicians, or like classical music is not doesn't trigger DMCA because it's been out for so long that it's entered the public domain. And Disney was scared because that was going to happen to Mickey Mouse, and they pulled a stunt that was able to allow them to keep it for longer than they technically should have been able to. Something like that. I can't remember if it's 75 or whether it's 150. I'm pretty certain it's 75 though. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've read up about that. Okay, what do we got? Got some new weapons. Oh, yeah, none of these are great, in all honesty. We'll stick with what we have. But yeah, the joys of fair use and copyright laws. Gotta love them, eh? This is my gold you take. Why do you do that, game? I don't need to be losing gold because I'm dumb enough to take the hits. And also, I'm sorry, 3 challenge rooms in a row. 3 challenge rooms in a row. What is this? I do not need this. It's fine though, because we're gonna get all the health back from killing everything with these daggers. There we go. 1, 2. There we go. Did I not get the offhand combo for that? Nope. Okay, careful. Oh shit. Oh, that was bad. That was a double corruption. That is not great. Jesus. I'm like getting hit with all these corruption lifts. I'm like, that's not good. Back away. Stop it. Take your damn grubs and die. Can you stop spawning them, please? I don't need your damn grubs in my way. There we go. Now it's just the last guy. And then it's all the bats. But yeah. The joys of it. Remember? God, now I'm just remembering. Remember when, what's it called? Remember when, like there was all that debate about, like, how YouTube was changing their, like, fair use stuff? and the entire platform went absolutely insane about it. I remember that, and I remember just thinking, yeah, it happens. Not much we can do about it, because, of course, you know, you can't fight a multi-million-dollar company. Oh, great. Well, there goes all those healing effects. So now I can't even heal from my dagger. God damn it. God damn it. My throwing knives are useless now. Alright. At least they keep the damage scaling. Oh, I can actually heal from them. Oh, because the bloodlust, that's why. Yeah, because they've replaced the... Did they replace the gold with the blood now? Yes, that's what it is. So that's where I'm healing from. Yes. There's a lot of interesting things you can find out about the media. Some of which is interesting, and other times it's just, you know, it's okay. Sadly, most of it's just mostly stuff about like companies either screwing over people or making decisions that ultimately would have changed like the outcome of things. The most interesting one actually to ever read about is like decisions of like actors they wanted to get in for like characters and stuff, like how the, like, you know, casting changes for say the Avengers or for what's it called, or for like animated movies and stuff. Like animated movies specifically have the most interesting stories about like voice cast and stuff. I can't remember a specific one off the top of my head, but if I do think of it, I will definitely bring it up. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Stonebreaker, because that thing just is gonna hit like a truck. Like what was it? There was like one that in particular, I think for like I think it was like for Tony Stark. There was like someone else they were gonna pick outside of Robert Downey Jr. And I'm half tempted to say I think it was Will Smith. I can't remember if it was Will Smith. I don't think it was, but maybe I'm wrong. Either way, it's probably better to look it up, because me trying to like spout facts off the top of my head ain't gonna do much. Don't these daggers get better if I have a shield? Yeah, they do, so I'm just gonna take this. So we have the extra damage. Wow, that is a lot. Jeebus. Okay. So now my daggers clean up nearly everything in one go. Wow, he did not even stand a chance. Careful. There we go. Suddenly the bloodlust curse is not becoming as much of an issue. Although this also brings up another interesting topic that I've been thinking of, which is because of course everyone's like been talking about the recent what was it, Sonic the Hedgehog sequel movie. It does make me think, is this going to be the era where video game movies are finally gonna break out of the unfortunate typecasting of always being terrible? Is this finally where we start to figure out the right way to do movie adaptations of video games? Because I mean, you know, we still got that Mario movie that's coming out. We don't know what's happening with it though. Ow. Probably last movie for Jim Carrey. Wait, really? That's a shame if it is, because honestly, him as Eggman was really, really good. Like I know I was a little skeptical originally when they said that he was going to be Eggman, but you know, he sold it well. I wonder if that's something to do with like he doesn't like the being like associated with the franchise anymore, or whether it's like something to do with the company, or whether it's just him retiring as an actor. Because Jim Carrey's been around for a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if he's thinking about retiring. Yeah, he said in an interview about the movie that he feels he has done everything there is to be done. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Although I guess the curious thing is, is there anyone you think would be a good choice to take up the role of Eggman, you think? Because, I mean, it's hard to think of who would be the perfect, like, candidate for it, because, again, you need someone who has the perfect, like, personality and, like, the perfect personality and, you know, overall look to pull off Eggman well. And it's kind of hard to think of another, like, suitable candidate outside of Jim Carrey. Like, because you wouldn't, especially because it's a real life adaptation, it makes it so much harder. Like, you can't, you know, just pull, like, what is it, like the voice for Eggman now and just be like, hey, you're now Eggman in the live action one. Like, I don't think that would work. Because, yeah, sure, you'd nail the voice, but would you nail the looks? Probably not. Well, Jim is going to be in the second movie, but if they do make a third, then probably other villain will be put there. I mean, that's true. There are plenty of Sonic villains that they can go with. Because what? There's, you could arguably do like a readaptation where like Shadow wasn't a you know, ultimate life form creation and was something else. I don't know if they would want to run like the robot guy. Robot guy? Which robot one are you referring to, Doc? Because I'm not entirely certain which one you're thinking of. Because unless you're talking about like Metal Sonic, because that's like the only one I can think about when you mean robot. Because like I'm thinking through like all the regular like villains that there are in the Sonic franchise, and it's like there's Shadow, there's Zavok from Lost World, and then that's really about it. Like most of the time it's always been Eggman outside of that, unless they want to run like, which this would be a very weird pick, but like Methalus from Sonic 06, which I highly doubt they would. That would seem like a really dumb idea to do that. No, wait, it might be Eggman. Yeah, because remember, Eggman... Because, yeah, I remember Eggman was originally named Ivar Robotnik in the first game, and then he got reworked into Eggman because of his shape. And because it was easier to pronounce. So that might be where that confusion lay. But yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of ways they could do it. I could see them potentially, like, having it that Shadow wasn't created by Eggman and instead has just always existed in the world. Or, like, maybe someone else built him. Like, maybe Eggman had, like, an apprentice and the apprentice, like, continued on his legacy. I could see that happening. I could potentially see them running Lost World, but I think it would be very, very tricky to do it because... I don't know. I feel like people were very mixed about the reception to Lost World. Like, I thought it was not bad. I mean, I liked the idea of a fresher take of Sonic and not having the villain be the same person every time. But, I mean, unfortunately, the Sonic franchise has had a history of every time it's chosen a villain outside of Eggman, it's not really worked out because it's either aliens or the government. And most people were not keen on either of those as options. Like, we saw, like, I mean, what was it? We had the aliens from the Shadow of the Hedgehog game. We got the ones from Lost World. The government was also a villain in Shadow the Hedgehog. Like, yeah, there's not many great options to pull from aside from Eggman. So, and I feel like if they make their own, that might be where the franchise falls apart. So they probably have to be either really careful or do some like modification on their end. But I mean, with how the franchise is and how many like characters have like, I don't want to say like shallow backstories, but like backstories with a lot of potential. I think there's a veritable list of options they can do for like antagonists. But yes, I think we'll be curious to see what they do past this second one if Jim Carrey is stepping down. But again, we'll see what happens. I'd like to think that, you know, some movie directors can do a good job of like, you know, reworking a franchise in certain ways. I mean, granted, also I don't know of great examples, especially because I haven't seen the newest Matrix yet, and I haven't exactly checked what initial reception of it was. From what I saw, people thought it was okay, but again, I don't have much of a perspective on it because, again, I've always just liked the originals. Like, I mean, the first one was great. Matrix Reloaded I thought was actually pretty decent, and I actually thought it had a lot more potential than the first because, you know, it wasn't just all focused on Neo. There was a lot more focus on like the relationships between certain other users and of course the development of Agent Smith into a more prevalent figure, and one that was actually breaking free of the Matrix's control. I thought that was really, really good as a design. I'll take the extra decks. And then, of course, we don't talk about, was it wait, no, not Revelations. Was it? It's Revolution, sorry, that's it. Yeah, no, the third one is definitely the worst of the three, because at that point it just becomes Avatar.
Gentlemen.
Hello, Astro. Good to see you, my man. How are you doing? Oh god, I'm up to the Abomination. Okay. Well, you're just in time to see this go down. Actually, I'll chuck a prediction in chat. Let's see, who thinks I'm going to be able to beat the Abomination? Abomination. Actually, no, because we've only been doing it for Dark Avatars, so we'll hold off until we get to the Dark Avatar. I think we'll make it. Okay, come on, buddy. Careful. Yeah. Hi, hope you're well. Yes, I'm doing quite well. How are you, Astro? Hope you're doing well, and hope you're having a fine Easter. I mean, I know I definitely have, but I'm hoping other people have as well. I don't know what you do for Easter, whether it's, you know, spending time with your family or simply hanging out with friends. I've definitely done both this year, so I've definitely been enjoying both the company of friends and family, because I had the company with friends yesterday, and then I've had it with family today, and then I've actually got a bit more with family tomorrow, which is gonna be good. I'm good? Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Okay, come on, Abomination. Oh, that was not great. That was a terrible dodge. Okay. So this is second rage. Okay. Oh boy. Wow, that was close. Is your rage over? Okay, good. Sorry, I'm going to pay a lot of attention because Abomination is unfortunately one of those bosses where you have to pay a lot of attention to his attacks, because as much as he easily telegraphs them, he switches between them very quickly. And it's not always And especially when he goes into the rage, that's when you pray to God, because he moves super quick and you don't want to have to deal with poison. Like, legitimately, if he hits you with a spin attack while he's in berserker mode, you're just dead. Because you just get so many poison ticks. Careful. Come on. Nice try. He also has like what I'd arguably say is the coolest like voice sound effects. Because I mean, granted, I think the sound design in this game is fantastic, but I don't know why. He has like the coolest like design. He has like the coolest design, the coolest sound effects, and all that. The only problem is I don't like his boss, because his boss is actually terrible. I would like some... Losing as much gold as I take damage. Gold disappears. Yeah, get rid of Bloodlust. I can do fine in terms of healing. Killing a burning enemy restores health. It's 7 constitution, jeevers. That's pretty good. Extra damage in the light. I'm not running daggers, so this would probably be better. Yeah, I'm just going to switch all this out so I can get some stupid amount of constitution. I'd be so curious to know how much, like, health I have. Problem is this challenge run doesn't show me. Alright. Now all we have left is the Dark Avatar. Oh, hey, it's going to give me a health station. Beautiful. I'm going to take 2 because I have a feeling I took a lot of damage in that. Probably might have been too much. Oh well. Problem is I can't actually check, even in the pause menu. Oh yeah, forgot I have the gold thing. The gold thing that puts a timer on any gold pile I come across. Alright. Here we go. We're getting close. We're almost at the end of the run. I will laugh if I somehow beat the Dark Avatar on this one, but not on the final challenge. Because... Actually, no. You know what would be funny? If I somehow no-hit the Dark Avatar on the challenge run. Because the challenge run's meant to hinder you. And yet, I feel like this has almost been easy mode just because... I mean, granted, also it's because the... Was it the curse acceleration... or the corruption gain is much less in this, but even still, it's like... It's still the same mechanics of how the enemies function. Come on. Pop. Can you guys pop like explosive little bastards? Okay, nice try. I need you to pop like a balloon. Thank you. Here's another one. Careful. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Oh, come on. Really need you to land your hits. Jesus Christ. How many things are just gonna explode on me today? There we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you had to armor now, didn't you? There we go. There's one down at least. Nice try. Oh god, there's so many bats. What the frick? Come on. Can one of you pop? Jesus Christ. Oh, well, it did, but it also popped in my face. Oh, come on. Now you're just making dumb moves. Christ, I need to pay attention. At least the healer's dead. My god, can you stop? Thank you. Now I need to kill your grubs. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, that was terrible. I should not have taken that much damage. But I think I'm also corrupted too, so I'm gonna have another curse. How many am I up to? I'm up to... Okay, so this will be my third. Okay, it could be worse. It could be worse. It's the one downside of, like, moving at the speed of sound. You don't expect everything to do this to you. Oh, hey. There we go. That should set off a nice chain reaction. There we go. Back away, bats. I did not give you permission to drive me nuts today. Yeah, I probably should have just set that all on fire. Don't know why I decided to run through it. Do we have enough adequate light? Oh, perfect. There's one more torch. Okay, here we go. Now we can take you out. Oh, that's an elite. I was like really hoping I could just at least one-shot one of them. Please don't tell me they're all elites. Oh, they are all elites. God damn it. I just need to kill one of you and then this fight will become infinitely easier. But I was kind of hoping I could get rid of the one that's going to spawn spinning blades. Especially because they're going to heat seek like that. Careful. Oh god. Nice try. Please, I need you dead. Oh god damn it. Can the big guy just please? You know, the one thing I would somewhat love if they added it is the ability for enemies to at least stun each other. Like, I know you can't put, like, what is it, friendly fire on the enemies, because that's just not going to work. But it would be nice to at least give them the ability to stun each other. Just make that a little bit... It would give more interest in, like, trying to get the enemies to hit each other instead. Okay, what do we got? Keen bow. Oh, god damn it. Let me deal with this bot real quick. Okay, easy. Back to it. Yeah, we'll just turn that into gold. And here we go. Alright. What we got? Living roots have increased attack speed and accuracy. Great. Because that's what I wanted. Oh god. Oh, jeebus. Oh, freaking healers. Is that an elite healer too? Yeah, oh, it definitely is. Knowing this game, it would be. Nice try. There we go. Healer's down. What is that? What is... I'm wondering what that's... Oh, God, what just happened? Sorry. My thing just freaked out for a second. I'm just curious what that emote is, Astro, and I'm assuming that's in response to how quick I was taking care of the bot, because... Yeah, I have like a sixth sense for when they come through, so I'm just like, the moment I see them, I'm like, perfect. Immediately leaps into action. Okay, could go that way. Or, I have a feeling this is probably going to give me more gold, isn't it? Oh god, yeah, this is the one that's going to have all the piles that disappear. God damn it. Yep. Yeah, no, I've become quite adept at like recognizing when the bot accounts are going to show up, and I just immediately have my finger on the pulse ready to switch to mod view and take them out. It's like I'm like the Captain Price of taking care of bots. It's just you could take them out of it and pass. The choice is yours. I know that's not his accent. I never really grew up with Modern Warfare 2, so I don't have a good impression of his accent. Granted, I know it's very like, I think is it Scottish or is it like a Cockney? I don't know. Oh wow. I pushed him back into that poison trap. Hell yeah. Oh god, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that I nearly threw away. Good thing that there's plenty of ways to get that money back. Except not really, because... Okay, careful, careful. Yes! Eat the poison! There we go. Easy. Lots of professional dipshits. Yeah, basically. I mean, that's the unfortunate fact of it. Like, if there's any... If you make a system, people are going to find ways to you know, use it for malicious things. Like, you know, phishing bots. It's the unfortunate nature of anything that people make. People always find ways to maliciously use it. I mean, it's half the thing that's ruined like phone calls with like, was it like scammers and stuff now. It's sad because, you know, no one should have to deal with scammers, but unfortunately, you know, well, it doesn't work that way. And when you hear like some of the things that like they do to people, it's just horrible, and I feel so sorry for those people who get like fooled by them, because let's be honest, it's never fair on the victim. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Back away. Back away. Can you die already? Freaking Christ. Oh, I thought I dodged both of those. Never mind. Come on, I need you dead. Can you please die? Come on. There we go. Oh. Yeah, it's really upsetting to know that sort of stuff happens. Yeah, 100%. Especially because, like, what is it? There's a lot of YouTubers that I didn't realize covered, like, you know, those types of scams, and like, you know, would do the sort of thing, like, you know, troll scammers and stuff. But for some reason, it's oddly appealing, because, you know, at the end of the day, they're actually, like, you know, fighting back against this and making it better for people. It's helped them recognize, like, how to recognize a scam, how to protect yourself from it. Like, I respect them wholeheartedly for doing that sort of thing, because, you know, it's very important that we understand how to deal with scammers. Unfortunately, it also means that they can evolve their tactics, but most of the time they're not aiming for those that are able to adapt. They're more aiming for those who won't adapt, which, I mean, is also kind of sad, because, you know, again, it is very much targeting your lowest common denominator. Because, like, what was it? There was the thing, and this is again something that's been brought up on a podcast before, but there was like the what is it? Like the It's Me scams that were running in Japan that would prey upon, like, you know, the older sector of the population in Japan. And it would just basically be like phone calls where they would basically hurriedly say, like, you know, it's me. And the older people would normally think it was their son or daughter. Sorry, one sec. I'm just trying to avoid dying to the grubs. Give me a second and I'll read that. Oh, God. Back up. There we go. Can you die already, please? Please, thank you. Oh, wait. Yeah, I forgot this is a challenge run. Hold on. Yeah, one thing I found hilarious is when a scammer decided to call the cops and try to scam them, lol. Yeah, that's definitely the worst target, because, like, you know, why would you... I would think you would do your research and be like, you know, pick literally any other target. Like, why would you call the cops? That is the worst choice. That's how you end up, like, you know, getting caught. Yeah. Like, I would think like, yeah, but to be fair, they normally just go by, like, I think, like, phone books or stuff like that. Like, that's how they pick targets, or they just have, like, a list of numbers that they slowly go through. So they don't exactly vet, like, what they're connected to. They just call it and they see what happens and play it by ear from there. Which also, I guess, is a good flaw for them to have, because then it makes it easier to like, you know, it gives a higher chance for them to potentially get caught, because again, might call the wrong person, like the cops. So it's like, at the same time, it's like you'd think they'd learn, but at the same time, it's like, why would you want them to learn? Because that just makes them harder to deal with. Okay, careful. Oh god. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah, damn it. I didn't expect it to curve like that. I thought they had like a distinctive arc that prevented them from curving in that fashion. But no, they have a tight turning circle, tighter than I thought it would be. These are like weirdly tanky enemies. Like, I thought they would have died by now. Maybe it's just the elite, because I don't have weapons that give extra damage against elite enemies. But yeah. Yeah, no, there was, I remember like one big one. Oh, I'm trying to like remember the story off the top of my head. But it was something along the lines of, oh, what was it? There was like a particular story about like a certain type of call people would do. Yeah, recently my family's got a scam call for Visa cards and they haven't even got a Visa card. Yeah, I haven't gotten any of those. Most of the time, the ones I've always like seen happening, at least to either my parents or to me, is it's always like, you know, them pretending to be the government, like chasing up on like, you know, taxes, or like, you know, threatening to call the authorities on you. And it's like, dude, no one's gonna fucking believe that. If the government was if the government really wanted you like imprisoned, they would have gone by much better means than just a random phone call with an AI generated voice. But the problem is they'd scare a lot of people with that, and that's the worst part. Like, you can't like prevent them from, you know, doing these horrible things to people, because there's not much you can do to stop them. Like that's why I'm always impressed by the YouTubers who are prepared to, like, you know, literally throw themselves in the line of fire to you know, take the hits and try and, you know, enact some type of justice. It's amazing the fact that they're even willing to do that. Oh god. Sorry, I just need to pay attention for a second. Just make sure that we can kill these things. Okay, perfect, stunned. Go. How am I getting these lucky hits on this dude? Okay, careful. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, that's not the end of them. There's more. Yeah, it's nuts. I agree. It is incredibly nuts that you know, that this still happens, but at the end of the day, all we can do is protect ourselves and our families, and that's all we can ever do. Oh god. Are they like now blocking my attacks? No, they're not yet. There's like a point where these big guys actually start like blocking your attacks. I think they're doing it now and I'm just not recognizing it. There we go. There's one. There we go. Oh, yikes. Now I'm starting to think I may not be able to survive the final Dark Avatar. Because I have like no damage. Jesus. I mean, granted, this is a challenge run, so it doesn't actually mean much, but still gonna do well. Could upgrade them. You know what, I'm just gonna have to. It's the only way this run's gonna work. And there's corrupted. I think this is 4th curse from memory. Let's see. Yeah, this is the 4th curse. As long as we don't hit final, we should be able to make it. Chest sealed. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. Because that gives extra items. And that might be good. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, trap corridor. Thanks, game. Oh boy. I'm gonna lead with this. Careful. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. This extra damage is actually proving very viable. Like, holy crap, that is actually staggering amount of damage. Yeah, look at those numbers. Nice. Yeah. You know when it's scaling well when you can take out the grubs in a single combo. Once you get to that stage, then you know that your weapon's scaling well with the levels. Okay. We must be like super close to like final boss. Problem is I don't know. I can't remember the number of rooms that you have to go through. Oh yeah, and I forgot I have the gold disappearance curse still active. Yeah, not dealing with your shit. Ow! Oh, I didn't even realize he was clairvoyanting that. Oh great, they're healing. It's weird how much those skulls like fail to work in close quarters because all their stuff just hits the walls. Okay, nice try. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. There we go. Easy done. Easy come, easy go. Will you let me go? I don't know which song I was trying to sing because that was either meant to be Bohemian Rhapsody or what is it? Oh, it's oh, Grenade. That's it. It's like easy come, easy go. Will you let me go now? That one. Which I think, yeah, it's Grenade. I don't remember who the artist is though. I feel it's definitely like one of those like early 2000s like rapper types. Like it's not like Usher or like Tao Cruz, but it's like back when their popularity was big. I don't know why I'm rambling about them. I guess just because I'm feeling nostalgic for it. Bruno Mars, that's it. I was like going through the registers being like, who had a what's it called? Who had a register that high? I'm like, yeah. No, it makes sense if it was Bruno Mars. I haven't listened to a lot of Bruno Mars stuff. I probably should, considering how I've heard, like, you know, he's still a good artist. Maybe not in terms like personality-wise, but he's still a good like singer and songwriter in most aspects from what I remember. Because I mean, some of his biggest hits, like everyone remembers. Like what is it? Like everyone remembers 24 Karat Magic, Locked Out of Heaven, all that jazz. Oh god, there we go. For a second I thought he was going to land another big hit and I'm like, please don't. But yeah, so I appreciate y'all correcting me and fact checking me on that. Thanks for that, Astro. And thank you, Steph. Okay. Oh, this is so tempting to take more stats. I'm like, if we hit Final Curse now, that would be the worst timing. So I'm just going to leave it. It must be so close. Oh, yeah, okay. No, this is... Okay, so we're at Dark Avatar. Alright. Here we go. Time to see if I can get my ass beat. Hopefully I have enough damage where I should be able to take care of most things. Hopefully. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, that's 1, 2. Okay, that's 2 down. Is that the elite left? Oh boy. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3. Damn it! Oh god. Yeah, I forgot because I don't have the thing that, like, prevents the scaling. Oh god, I'm not going to get any damage on him. Nope. I got no damage that round. God damn. Come on, please. I need you 3 dead. Why won't you die? Shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to use the hammer. Oh, this is not good. Oh god, yeah, this is definitely my end. I'm not gonna get damage on him. I can't beat these things before he ends up like respawning them. Oh god. Yeah, how am I still alive? How much health do I have? What is going on? Okay, need to back up. Oh my god, stop! How many attacks do you want to make on me? Okay, that's 1. Nice, I stunned him at least. How? Oh my god. Oh no, I'm never going to escape. Ass-handed, yep, I'm not going to make it. Yep, there I go. Oh, if only I'd gotten like enough upgrades on those daggers, I probably had a chance, but yeah, I didn't have enough damage output. Oh well. We still got a lot of good skulls though from that event. I wonder if we'll have enough for proper upgrades. Let's see. 20 rooms, 40 skulls. We're close to some upgrades, but we're not going to have enough. But oh well. What can you do? But yes, with that, thank you all for coming. You've been a wonderful audience. And I appreciate that you guys were prepared to come out, even though I moved the stream forward by like an hour. To those of you watching the VOD either on Twitch or on YouTube, thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it. Special thank yous, of course, to your boy Creamy, to Dr. Marmo, to Astro, and of course Steph for popping into chat and making this a fun time. Hope you've all enjoyed everything. I will quickly plug this because this is the thing I've been really excited about. But tomorrow starts the beginning of a new long play and one I'm super excited for, which is No Straight Roads Encore Edition. So please do pop by when I do that tomorrow, because that's going to be a fun time. I've heard so many good things about that game, and I am so excited to see what it's like. Steph is excited. Yes, you trust me, Steph. If you love like anything to do with the music industry, you're gonna love this game. It's got like the greatest story and some amazing character design and like soundtracks. So look forward to that. But yeah, with that, let's see if there's someone up that we can potentially raid. Let's take a look. Hold on. I'm not seeing great options. Let me open my side piece up and do some browsing for a second. Maybe we'll get some good options here. Gay roads, of course. Let's see. What are we feeling like in terms of what's it called? What are we feeling? Well, first let me move to ending panel because that's the appropriate place to be doing the raid out. What are we feeling like in terms of streamers tonight? Out of curiosity, are we thinking something artsy, or do we want to just go with just someone doing a similar-ish game? What are we thinking? Or do we just want to go for an Aussie? Because I do want to support my fellow Aussie creators. let's see. Flyhart's doing some music. One's doing Vampire Survivors. Ooh. Hearts. Yes, Hearts, of course. Hearts always go out to the Aussies, to the Aussie creators. I mean, we got to stick together. That's how we are. I see art. I see someone doing a karaoke thing. Oh, Aussie works as well. Pop Frost. Nice, Astro. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I see one that's doing some art at the moment. Yeah, we'll go rate her. Why not? Give me a second to get this prepped. It's yeah, there they are. Yeah, looks to be doing some fun character art. Let's go raid them and you know, see what they're up to. Everyone hop on the raid train. We're going in. But yes, with that, once again, thank you all for coming. I wish you all a very pleasant evening or a wonderful start to your day. Good night and raid out.